Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Pitre Dish. I'm your host, Howard. And of course, we always have Mr. Matt Barron himself, the paranormal consultant. Mackenzie has locked herself up in her room. She is not coming out. She's on strike. And
I have all the
tonight we have Squeakers. Yay! Squeakers is back. And of course, she's here.
Yeah.
Now you better hide the sharp objects.
Just slap him with the fertility stick. I'm gonna get kicked off here in a minute.
It's George. Yeah, if I'm on time, then there's a problem. I mean, there's seriously something's going on if I'm on time. So sorry if we were 13 minutes late. So that's about right. It's traditional to be late. So it's okay to be late. Tonight's our guest is Miss Angela Johnston. She's up there. What is it? Something explodes. What is it?
Enigmatic.
Enigmatic. That was too. That word too. That's a big word. You know that, right?
No, that makes my head hurt.
Unusual.
you have to say it. So I mean, like us slow people can, actually say these words like that. We can't. Right. We can't do that.
That's something the doctor would say. You got like a weekend out. You got this. It's like, yeah, I believe it.
George is taking it personal tonight.
Yeah, he's just jealous because he's not on with me tonight.
I don't know. I mean, if you want to bring him on, I'll send him a link. George, if he wants to come on, I did. Yeah, I had you last week. You didn't invite Angie.
He didn't even think to invite me last week, but now he's all sad because he can't come on this one. But it's all right.
That's up to you, Angie. Whatever you want to do. And then again, I don't know if he's busy or not. I sent a link out to Lurker, so hopefully Lurker will be joining us. No, I'm good. That's what he said.
Oh, not another 2-hour rant.
Love you too, Courtney. Love you too.
Hey, Courtney.
We love Courtney. She's good people.
Absolutely.
And that's from Texas. Texas ghost hunting.
Wraith hunters.
Wraith hunters.
Yep.
Texas Wraith hunters. We got sprinkled donuts. Yeah, we doing?
Yeah, do we?
Where's the donuts?
I didn't get any. Squeeze, did you get any?
Nope, and I like the Bavarian cream.
Damn right.
Forgot to give it to us.
What?
Courtney forgot to give it.
Courtney didn't send that shit. What the hell?
I didn't get any. Steven, did you get them all?
Kevin wants to know how you spell that. I don't know.
Hearing it makes my head hurt.
Yeah.
Spell what?
Her name of her group.
Enigmatic.
Yeah, that one too. See, I was sitting there trying to. Yeah, he's like. So he's sitting down there trying to figure that out.
ENIGMATIC.
Wow, it's a group and she can't even spell it.
That's a lot of consonants. I didn't hear a lot of vowels in that.
Write it. Let me see if I write it. I can spell it.
That sounded like a lot of consonants
together.
I got it right.
QZ.
It just means strange and unusual. We don't just do paranormal. We do it all. I really am interested in portals and vortexes, and I'm a Bigfoot fan. So we go Bigfooting a lot.
I see that you got Bigfoot behind you, and you also have your alien dude behind you hanging out too.
Aliens.
That's awesome.
I mean, everything. We're into all of it. So we couldn't just do paranormal, and we had to have it all into one shebang.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We actually, what did I say, Squeakers? What did I call Bigfoot? What's his new name? The giant fuzzy pogo ape. Giant fuzzy pogo ape. Because it was on one of our other shows with a brother of ours.
I thought you meant the other thing that you called it.
No, not that one. No, that was Momo. They were calling it Momo.
I refuse to call it that.
No. Shasta was calling it wood booger.
Yep,
but
Shasta. I just refuse to call him that. I'm not gonna call him that.
But no, one of our brothers, Jonathan, was saying that he finds it odd that you only find one print, each time. So I said, well, we'll just start calling it Giant Fuzzy Pogo Ape because you just see it bouncing through the forest.
That's matter of fact, that is Chrissy Baggett's love slave.
The paranormal penis. Got it.
The paranormal penis.
Got it.
Now he's triple P now because he got caught peeing off the back porch, and they have those what they call them ring phone when you push it, the ring cameras.
Yeah.
And the neighbors got him actually bare ass naked from the waist down, pissing off the back porch.
So now it's prison penis.
No, yeah, it could be. So we call him the paranormal pissing penis now.
Gritty.
But yeah, that's who that is. So I just want Angie and Paul. Yeah, there you go. And there's my sister-in-law. I want to give her a shout out. She got me some cool stuff for Halloween. I got my eye patch from my pirate.
Good. That's a nice eye patch. That's nice.
Oh, that thing is awesome. And then I got my parrot.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I got a parrot. Where is the parrot? I don't know. He's down here. Oh, there he is.
Flew off.
Yeah, he did. Well, it's actually strapping on. But he's cool.
You know, that reminds me of you remember the Monty Python sketch? The dead parrot sketch? That's what that reminds me of.
You'd be surprised. I might dress up as something else. I don't know yet. I'm still.
Are you going to any events, Howard, for Halloween?
No, as a matter of fact, grandbabies are coming over, so we're doing trick or treating. We got the yard decorated and everything, so
nice.
It took me a little while, but we got it. We're still working on it. Matter of fact, we still got we got to put a cemetery in still.
Okay.
So I still got to put a cemetery in. But we got a lot of stuff out there. And then my brother, he's next door. He's got a bunch of stuff. He's got a 6 foot something Michael Myers standing out in front of his house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's weird. I think he's a wimp, Michael Myers, but I mean, that's my personal thing. I'd rather have Jason Voorhees looking for that. I'm just saying.
That.
Yeah, I think I'm probably the only paranormal investigator that don't celebrate Halloween.
Right.
Oh. Well, you will be next year, huh?
I would like to. I used to have parties every year, but like up here, we don't really know anybody. So there's a couple of events that we can go to, but we won't know anybody, so it'll be kind of awkward. Right. I think next year when we move back to like Arkansas or whatever, we'll be at least closer to home and closer to people we know.
Because we have Fear Fest next year.
What is it?
Fear Fest. We have Fear Fest in New Orleans.
Yes, and I'll definitely show up to that. Yeah, we'll definitely make plans to do that.
We're actually getting closer to a date. We're looking at right now locking it down for like the weekend of the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So that's what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, like I told you in chat, like if y'all need some help with anything, if nothing else, we'll come and support you and buy a ticket and have a table if you're doing tables.
Oh yeah, we're doing everything. Matter of fact, we're going to try to get it to where they're going to do the Boo Parade. The big parade that you've been in Mardi Gras, you've lived down here all your life. I mean, so it's like a Mardi Gras style parade that's all paranormal themed. And it's on the month of Halloween. It's during that weekend, and
that's in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's in New Orleans.
I've never been.
So
I mean, I've been to Mardi Gras, of course, but I've never been to any parades for Halloween.
So what are you going to throw for this boob parade instead of beads?
Boobs.
Oh. Talk to Chrissy. Maybe get some good deal on some beads.
Hey, that's the thing. We're not going to be in you're just going to see it just like a spectator, unless you want to pay that,
So, a flash
all
mob?
that stuff. It's a lot of money to get someone in parades. I mean, you have to join the organization, and then you have to. It's a lot of fees and dues that you have to pay up for.
Yeah,
go ahead.
We'll actually be in New Orleans for Mardi Gras this year or next year.
Well, Chrissy will be down here by then. She's looking to move down here by January, February, somewhere in there, right before Mardi Gras. So yeah, but it's just like a New Orleans style. If you've been in Metairie parades, correct?
Yeah, I've been to New Orleans parades too. I just never
It's
been
the,
to a
it's,
Halloween
it's
one.
the same thing. It's the same. Blaine Kern does the floats and all that stuff, and it's the same thing, but it's just more focused on the paranormal rather than just one, different themes on different floats. All the floats the same theme.
Okay, sounds cool.
And it passes right. We're trying to lock down the Marriott right there, Ciano. That's what I call it. It's Canal Street, but I call it Ciano. It's right there.
Wait, you said that was what did you say? 22nd? 22nd?
21st, 22nd. I think I got it. Yeah. 21st. Yeah, it's going to be the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. But the 20th is like setup day, so people who are going to buy tables and stuff like that, they set up on that Friday, and then the Saturday and the Sunday is going to be actual events and everything.
I didn't know it was going to be that late in the year.
What?
I might have to change my answer to I don't know, to a maybe. I think I'm going to upgrade to a maybe for this one.
Okay. Yeah, it's in October. Second week.
Yeah,
in
plenty
October.
of time to
Oh,
plan.
yeah. That's a lot of
Third week
lottery
in
tickets. Start playing the scratchers.
Yeah, as long as we're out of Colorado and back towards the central time zone, then we'll definitely get.
You know what?
There
Y'all
it is.
can get right there, Decade of Decadence. You can get them to play.
Who?
Decade of Decadence, Mark Lee's group. Mark Lee has a band.
Oh,
From
we
Enlightened
was
Souls.
talking about today. Matter of fact, tonight, because Chrissy's doing the Para Unity thing up there where she's at. I believe in Indiana, wherever it's at, this year. And matter of fact, tomorrow night she's going to be setting up, doing all the setting up tables and everything. But she was talking about maybe having a ball, like
That would be fun.
like a big something like that, a party. Or have a concert. And we was looking at some bands, possibly like Bag of Donuts or someone, local bands like that.
Did you say Bag of Donuts? If that is a
Maybe-
band name, I love it.
Maybe Paul can get one of his friends. His friends have a band, Crowbar. So maybe we can see about them playing.
Yeah, and like I said, Mark Lee right there in chat from Enlightened Souls, he has a band, and they're really freaking good. Really freaking good.
This depends. I mean, I don't know what we're going. I mean, we're still working on it. It's a lot of things that's in the mix right now. We're also going to be looking at doing some. You can actually go buy tickets to investigate with your favorite paranormal investigator. So we're going to have with the guest speakers and stuff like that. So we're trying to set up some places. The one place I'd love to get into is we'll have an investigation that is actually the mortuary, because that place is haunted, but they have the spook house open up that time of the year. So it's going to be no go on that. But I might be squeezing in myself and my team to get in to go into the Laurie Mansion. It's close.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Yep. But there's a bunch of places. We can go get drunk at John Lafitte's blacksmith shop. That's a haunted bar.
Yeah,
So,
drunk.
You'll see spirits one way or the other.
Yeah, I forgot. I've got to get my wine. I was going to drink some wine. I know it's early, but I'm going to need it for the rant, so I'll be back. I'm going to grab me some wine. Be right back.
A wine, man.
Oh, yes.
You got to get a beer.
I drank all my beer.
Okay, get around. Get wine then. I don't know.
The only other thing here is Jack Daniels, and that's Mackenzie's. And if I touch the Wiki Consultants,
If
Did you say? Oh, yes, wicked salt. Not that you said liquid salt.
she might be that too. Who knows? I don't know. I'll be right back.
That's a rule in my house too. Touch my JD, and you're gonna get in some big trouble.
Was chugging something.
Can you see it?
What you got? Bud Light Lime.
Yeah, I like platinum, but Paul don't like platinum, so he drank lime.
I think that's a little too sweet. I mean, I don't drink anymore, but when I did drink, I thought it was a little bit too sweet.
The lime?
No, the platinum.
Oh, really? Yeah, I can't drink regular Bud Light. I have to squeeze lime into it.
I mean, matter of fact, I worked for Budweiser for like 24 years. When before I stopped drinking, I swapped all the way over because I wasn't working anymore, and I went from Budweiser and I started drinking Miller Lite. So I mean, it's a change. You get tired of drinking the same stuff over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's a different taste to it. So I'd like something that's going to be a little bit strong. You don't chug it like Bud Light. I could just throw them back all day long and doesn't even do anything to me. And George says it gives him heartburn. He needs to put lime in it himself. There you go.
I think George gives himself heartburn.
Mark Lee says he is his own favorite personal paranormal investigator. So I'm glad, Mark. Me too. I'm my own favorite paranormal investigator myself. Michelob Light. That's my brother. Yep, Michelob Light's good.
Yeah, it's really good if you're on the keto diet too. It's only got like 3 grams of carbs.
It's really good. It's really good also if you're rich. If you got money, because that stuff's expensive nowadays.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
I'm reading like the screen, and I got, because it's like I've then shared this out, and it doesn't show some of the things, and when it comes up, it doesn't show like when it's someone that you can't see their name. I can spot it on here, so that's why I was able to spot Jason on here. So tell us about yourself, Angie.
Okay, let's see. I have always had an interest in the paranormal. The Bigfoot is new. We went out west. Me and Paul both quit our careers, and we decided just to take off and be nomads. And while we were out there, we were over by the Medicine Bow Forest, and just seeing the mass, where it's just amazing. Like, you're talking about hundreds of acres of trees, like untouched land. And at that point, like, my dad's in my ear, he's like, oh, I know Bigfoot's real, blah, 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 blah. And, at that point, it was like, okay, well, this is a possibility, I used to think, well, maybe kind of spiritual or a parallel universe, but I think he's real. I think he's out there. I think there's too many sightings. I've done a lot of research now. I've talked to a lot of people, done a lot of interviews, and I definitely think he's real. So we came out here to finish what we were doing last year. We had to go back home because of the hurricane that hit last year. And so we came back out here to finish that. By the time we got out there, we didn't realize it was going to be snowing on the mountains already because it's freaking cold out here.
Mm-hmm.
We're used to Louisiana. You start camping in October. Not here. Yeah, no, it's already snowing. So we froze our asses off. And so now we're postponing it till spring. But this weekend we're doing it's going to be between 15 and 20 mile hike looking at ghost town houses. And we're going to bring our equipment there. We're going to try that out. We figure, it's untouched area. Not too many people are going to hike that. It's because it's so long distance. And we're going to see what we can get from there. But mainly I do a lot of spiritual work. I do a lot of my investigating here, with meditation and, just opening myself up, and trying to work with portals. But other than that, I don't really have much going on until next year.
I just got caught up on all my stuff from last year with the storms. I had 5 trees that went down on the property. 5 trees. And they took out. We stayed without electricity for like 12, 14 days. Slept on a porch. Yeah, about 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Everybody else had lights but us because the damn pole, the tree fell on the damn utility pole and pulled that thing completely out of the ground. The only thing was broke on it was the weatherhead on it. So I had to wait till something was open to get over there. And of course, everybody's got damage and everybody's replacing stuff. So you had to wait for just a weatherhead for them to turn back the lights on. It was crazy. The journey is absolutely interesting. Her and Paul are doing. There you go.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, George. 100%. Takes a lot of guts to do that. Definitely have a lot of respect.
Yeah, I mean, because both Paul owned his own company, and I was a head manager at Walmart, so we both had careers, and we just were like, you know what, we're not getting younger. We just want to live our lives. We both quit. Actually, I quit first, and Paul stayed behind. And then he realized he couldn't live without me, so he ran to my rescue.
Oh,
That sounds like a
on,
movie.
on the way to run to my rescue, because the van had broke down while I was in Wyoming somewhere. He actually got bumped by like an 18-wheeler, hit and bounced off an 18-wheeler and totaled his car. So he had to rent a car to come drive down there to come get me.
That sounds. That definitely sounds like it'd be one hell of a movie.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe you should write it.
Definitely something.
Write it down.
And then our little Chihuahua Chunk, he used to go on adventures with us, but now his arthritis is too bad, so he's hanging out with my friend Barbara. But he was actually in the car on the way to come save me with Paul, and whenever whenever the truck messed up and spun out of control, Chunk was like on Paul's shoulder, and he wouldn't talk to him for like days. He had gotten a hotel room that night, and he showed me a picture of Chunk's face on the other side of the wall, not even looking on him at the other side of the bed.
that's a good idea you did, Angela. Jackie, I quit. I quit everything.
Just quit, man. Just like, you know what? I'm the happiest I've ever been in my whole entire life.
I'm quitting her too. I'm going to Borneo.
Now you gotta have somebody to do it with. It's not as fun if you do it by yourself. Bring Jackie with you.
No,
yeah,
I can rent love.
It doesn't work out like that. It gets pricey.
depends on your definition.
David Merlin. If y'all ever want, that's the man right there. He is an illusionist. He's excellent. I mean, this man is. He came on the show a couple of times and done some stuff. Man, he is crazy. I mean, some of the stuff he can do.
And if anybody wants to see him live, if y'all come to the event next April, we're throwing a Para Unity 2023, and he's going to perform for like 50 minutes for us. And
wow,
cool.
Yes, he is totally gonna.
He lives right there in Mississippi. You know, he's not far.
I don't think he lives in Mississippi, does he?
I believe he does.
Oh, I thought he lived in Florida or.
No, I think he lives in Mississippi.
You could be right.
It could be Alabama. One of those two. They both just about the same to me.
And Squeakers, we're just over here doing our own things. Squeakers is in Washington. I'm up here in
Alabama. That's it. I knew it was Alabama.
Alabama,
Mississippi. Alabama. Alabama.
So everybody definitely go get your tickets. Y'all not going to want to miss that. And you had her on one of your shows yesterday, Miss Phoenix Johnston.
Paranormal Swamp Talk.
Mm-hmm. She's going to be our guest speaker. And the reason behind that is because last year, me and George and Paul and Carol, we all went to this event up in Texas. And it was so much fun. It was the best event I ever went to because it was just like a meet and greet and everybody just mingled and had fun. And so we're just kind of like doing that over, but in Tennessee. So it's going to be at the Harriman Hospital, the historical Harriman Hospital in Harriman, Tennessee. So
cool. That's not too far of a trip. What date? What are the dates for that?
It's April 8th, and it's going to be from 4 p.m. all the way to 2 a.m. So we're going to have like 3 hours of meet and greet. You know, that's including with David. And then after that, it's like 5 hours of investigating.
That's not too far from me. I might have to make a trip.
Definitely. It's going to be a lot of fun. We already sold like 20% of the tickets that we're going to sell. We're going to keep it low. That way the investigation is still really fun. It's supposed to be a really, really great location. I don't know if y'all know Ronnie D. He also owns the Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. Mm-hmm. But I've been to that one. I have not been to this new location. But it's supposed to be huge and it's supposed to be amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Consultant might have to make an appearance.
Yeah. Only thing I'm waiting on, I'm due to Paracon, making a Fear Fest here, but I'm not doing anything until Waverly Hills is done. And when I do that investigation, it's going to be me and Ernie. He's giving me a private tour. We already talked about this. Of course, we'll be naked, but we are going to do a private tour of Waverly Hills, hand in hand.
Hey, well, if y'all are doing it naked, I want in on that.
It's a
I'm not sure.
celebration tour. It's a
I'll
celebration.
celebrate. Let's go.
I told him I wouldn't even make it up the first set of steps. I'm gonna
Put
be
a
honest.
K2 in my butt cheeks and let's go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Stephen was also at that event in Mineral Wells, Texas too. Yeah, I just saw he wrote that. Yes, it
Sorry,
was
I'm trying to break
great
speakers.
finally meeting Stephen.
Matter of fact, that was the one
I
who,
followed Stephen for a long time. I actually wanted to go to the one in Kansas, but I wasn't able to go to it. So it was really great finally meeting him. And
matter of fact, I did the live for that for the shows.
Oh yes, you did. You did. I remember now. Yes.
So that was a fun time.
That was such a great night. I really enjoyed that. I've been to a lot of events, and like it's kind of like with a lot of events, it's like they just pile people into the building, and then it's just really no organization. But I don't know, it just felt like family there, and it was really not. It was a wonderful event, and that's what me and George were like. Well, we got to do this, and then Tim Coomer is also going to be part of it, and Paul and Kira too. So we're really excited. It's going to be
Sounds
fun.
like a lot of fun. Sounds like
It's going to be. It's going to be the best event of the year.
I think George was at that Mineral Wells too.
Yes, George was there. That was the first time I actually met George in person, so that was really cool. He was a lot shorter in person. No offense, George.
A lot of people, you think they're big people, and you see them on screen, you think they're 10 foot tall, but they actually, they're not. Like Scotty Wilson, he's about 5'1".
Yeah, he's tiny. I met him at Randolph. Yes.
But Tim Kohler, he's 6'2", 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can actually see mental picture of Scotty humping his leg. I mean, I can actually see that. I mean, it's scary, but it's true. But yeah, it's awesome. So tell us some more about your Para-Unity. It's Para-Unity, correct?
Yes, it's a Para-Unity meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
Yes,
okay.
so
you're setting cables up and stuff like that.
We are, but it's not like the focus. So we're allowing people to sell their merch. If you want to get a table, it is $25 on top of the ticket price, which is $75. So you're getting a show because you're getting David Merlin. I mean, he is just amazing. So I am so looking forward to, and I hope he picks me. I really do, to cut me in half or something. And we're not gonna have speakers. We're gonna order pizza. We're gonna have refreshments. We're gonna just really make it about everybody there. We're gonna pass the mic around and let everybody have their turn at the mic and speak. And it's gonna just be about Para-Unity.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. I mean, that's the way it should be. And that's what we preach that a lot on our shows is Para-Unity. And it's bad that you have teams out there. That's why, Angela, be honest with everyone out there. I'll tell this. I'll say it. Me and Angela for a long time did not get along. We had a disagreement, and I reached out to Angela, and I apologize. Hey, it is what it is, and just make it. Why have all this bad blood out in the field? And Angela's a great person, and she, I just wanted her back in my life. So, look who it is.
I'm glad you made the call. Yes, like we're all human. We all make mistakes, and like it happens. And like you were like a really great friend to me, and I was going through I just got divorced. I was like, I was just like a spitfire. Like I was just losing control. And so it was nothing personal, it was just a very fucked up time. Excuse my language.
Why?
So, I'm glad, like you say that you apologize, and I am glad that you have accepted my apology, because I have been sorry, and I gave you your space, and I'm glad you came back and we're friends again. But back to the topic we were talking about, Matt. I I think last week, maybe on George's show, you had said the biggest problem with this field is ego. I think you said that.
Yep.
And that's 100%. I totally agree with that. And that's why, when we do this event, it's going to be about unity. Everybody is just as important as everybody else. Nobody has impacted this field to the point where they have made a big difference. Yeah, you might have got on TV, but you have not changed the field. Yeah, you might have been in it for 20 years, but you have not changed the field.
I've changed it a little bit. I have to disagree. I mean, I brought in toilets and everything else.
Well,
Septic
you
tanks.
definitely had an impact.
He did. We went on an investigation. Where was that we went on that investigation?
We went to
Green Duff.
Oh, that was awesome. That was a great investigation.
It was a wonderful investigation, but the girls had their own room. Like everybody had their own room. It was on the second floor. I guess Howard couldn't hold it. And he went and blew up my best friend's toilet. I mean, you walk in.
I destroyed it.
Yeah, for you, Howard, right there. Cheers.
He did. He destroyed. Like you walk in and I just started laughing and she's all pissed off.
It wasn't me. It was an aquatic entity.
Yeah,
demon.
there was something definitely coming out of you.
It was a demon. It was in that toilet. I was in there trying to bless it, and it just didn't work.
It was definitely
That
demonic.
poor toilet must have flatlined.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's what was the spooky part about it, because I think that bathroom was actually a morgue or something at one time, wasn't it?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Because it was big. I mean, it was wide. It was a big bathroom. I mean, it was huge. And I was in the dark. I was waiting for something.
I want to say that was the nursery. I want to say that the room was the nursery. You blew up the nursery.
I knew, man. That thing was. But look, it had a lot of room in there. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't.
I love bathrooms with a lot of room. You can.
All he had to do was walk down like 12 steps to his room.
I couldn't make it there.
And he had his own bathroom in his room.
It makes me wonder, guys, why if bathrooms are actually really haunted, every single bathrooms, because every time I go do an investigation somewhere in the bathroom, it's haunted for some reason. I don't know why.
Because there's a lot of things unholy going on in there.
I'm getting scolded now. That's my podcast wife.
You go into the bathroom and you're like, look, just don't mess with me right now. Give me 5 minutes.
Be right with you, sir.
Or have
Take
you
a
ever
number.
accidentally left your body cam on when you go to the bathroom?
Well, when I did that,
you're like, oh.
I walked up.
I recorded.
I walked upstairs and there was Corey. He was in the attic and he says, "What's up, Howard?" I said, "Man, I think that woman's mad at me or something."
I brought it up like a month ago and she's still pissed off. She's like, there's 5 bathrooms. Why do you have to shit in mine?
Probably doors were locked.
I've forgotten to turn off my recorder. I've had a hot mic on a walkie in the bathroom. That was a lot of fun.
Another bathroom.
How about like, have you ever gone like at a haunted location and had something grab you while you're on the toilet? I think that would freak me out. Like, I don't get scared, but like, let me pee in peace and then y'all can mess with me.
I don't remember if I've ever had something grab me. Well, that's another story. But anything that is not living grab me. I think the only thing, I heard my name a couple of times, and my team kept asking me why I kept saying "what" all the time in the bathroom. They said that all they heard was me just going, "What? What? What do you want?" But I kept hearing my name. I thought it was them.
Was in there praying, release.
Oh no, trust me, I was one of those. I'm taking my holy water, my Bible. I'm going in.
Don't forget your newspaper.
Wallpaper.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I was talking about that the other day. I said, man, I've done solved cancer and had world peace all in one afternoon, just sitting in a toilet.
Mm-hmm. That's where it's going to happen. That's where world peace is going to come from, a toilet. Someone's going to be on a shitter and be like, I got it. And then they wipe and then they forget.
You wipe?
If I'm going out. I usually wait till I take a shower, then I don't have to worry about it.
I got
Just
a
off.
bidet, man. I installed a bidet. Ask Jackie. I put a bidet in that shit.
I'm too cheap. I got a shower. I got a shower and a squeegee. I'm good.
I put a bidet in that thing, and then at night when you want to go to the bathroom, if you can't, men, women same way. You don't see the toilet, especially men when you're standing up. The women can just kind of feel sick, Men don't do that. We stand up. We piss all over the toilet seat, everything. We don't care.
That's why you go for the shower, Howard. You go for the tub. That way you're guaranteed not to miss.
I got lights in my it looks like Walt Disney. I mean, I know when I'm pissing at.
You have it musical. As soon as it crosses, it starts music playing.
Oh, Marcus is on here. Holy crap! Something actually touched you, Matt Barron. Bet you like that.
The one I was talking about in the bathroom was more of a one, not a thing. And sometimes in investigations, when I get touched, yes, I don't mind. Let's go.
You remember what happened in the bathroom at Mineral Wells Para-Uni event? Andrew Fisher was there. Must be directed at you.
I don't remember anything happening in the bathroom.
You got to refresh our memory, Stephen. We don't know. We're just there. Yeah, that's what they call me now. Yeah, I don't mind. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And then we got, let's see, of course, Chrissy's here. Oh, there's Chrissy. When you was talking about that, about something touching in the bathroom, I take Jason to the bathroom with me at certain locations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, Jackie would probably do the same thing. He had to piss her pants. I mean, what would you do, baby, if I didn't go in the bathroom with you if it was haunted?
Huh? I wouldn't let you come up in there.
No.
Mackenzie'd probably say the same thing. Get the fuck away from me.
As long as I have a flashlight to see, I'm cool.
You get no flashlight. You're just sitting in the dark.
Yeah.
The half time in that bad.
Just like you did at Myrtle's plantation, huh?
What?
Bitch, shut up when you do that shit to me. We did an investigation with Angela. She set it up when we went to the Myrtle's plantation. I went into a field. The inside, I mean, they have a restaurant sitting in the courtyard now. They have these like condo looking buildings, like apartments where you can actually go stay in because they're just trying to get people in there. And of course, the cabins look really nice. I mean, they really fixed up the cabins. They're really nice. And we stayed in the house. We stayed in the main house. And you couldn't hear anything because every hour on the hour, they walk through there ringing this fucking bell and they were, doing tours of the place and everything. So it was late at night was when you'd be able to do any type of investigating when nobody was around. And so I said, me and Jackie, I said, let's go out in the field back. They investigating the cabin. They got some stuff. Let's go out in the back, walk the property. And we was in this field and we came to a break. It was almost like they cleared it out. And it was along this tree line and it looked like fireflies. It was just, it was really brilliant. It was too late in the year for fireflies. I mean, these things were just getting more and more. And then you seen this figure walk out with this broad hat and had something in its hand and you could see it. I'm assuming that was the gun. Walked one way and about a second later, another one came out and walked the opposite way. So I'm standing there and said, Jackie, do you see this shit? And I'm standing there with a flashlight and a freaking K2 meter, right? She's got a flashlight. I said, Jackie, you see that shit? She was right here now. She was on my shoulder because it was dark out in that field. She was right here. I turned around. This asshole is standing 500 yards back by the cabins over there. Left me by myself. Left me in the woods. You was fast that day, huh? I said, where the hell are you going? So I had to go get Gabe, and Gabe came with me out there. And we found some stuff out there. It was a couple of cold spots and stuff like that. We found it, but the biggest thing was in the doll's room. and there was a huge closet in there, and there's all these ceramic dolls are in this, and they had the one with the no eyes. You remember that, Angela?
I remember
And
that.
they said if you lay in bed, if you touch it, it'll find its way in bed with you, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I think Amy had that room.
And well, I'm glad I didn't shit in that room. But anyway,
Did you though?
no, I didn't. Well, I farted a couple of times because I was in that closet.
What the hell?
Gabe says, and he talks that he's got broken English. He speaks English, but it still has a lot of Spanish in it. And he says, "Howdy." I said, "What? Howdy? Get in the closet." Okay. So I got in the closet, and they have this camera set, and it's night vision. And I mean, that was my personal experience. You can see all the orbs all around me, and I had a ball on the ground. I'm trying to get the little girls to move a ball, and one orb in particular, you can see it, and I scream at the same time when it does this. It touches my arm, and it bounces. I said, "Gabe, did you get that? Because something just touched me." And it was the orb. You can actually see the orb bounce off my arm like that. And it felt like 3 little cold fingers touching my arm.
Aw.
It was the weirdest feeling I've ever, and that was my personal experience, along with the rat that I caught at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
I had to show that to them people. That's my haunted experience. Took a picture. It was a mouse, and he was standing on the top landing of the staircase. And he was just sitting down there like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I took a picture of it. I said, "There you
I
go."
think I remember that.
But, yeah, it was fun times. That was a great investigation also.
That was, yeah, because we rented out the whole house except that one room, and
Yeah.
it was somebody I worked with family, so they let us go investigate that room too. So we pretty much investigated the whole house without any contamination. So it was really good.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's on my bucket list.
I stayed up the whole night.
Yeah, I would if you do go, I would go during the week because, like how I was saying, it's very, very commercialized now. They built these little condo houses that you rent out, and by the foyer, like it's just so busy. And until it gets really late, you're gonna have all that noise from the patio area.
So, what do you think about these haunted locations becoming commercialized, Angela? Like the Whaley House and other places like that?
Honestly, personally, I just think they're fun to go explore. And you're mainly going to get a personal experience, if nothing else. Because you're going to have contaminated evidence if there's too many people around. But I do still like to go for personal experiences.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to all of them.
Just because you don't capture nothing on camera is the person, like Angela says. To me, it's also about personal experiences. Also,
yeah,
I mean,
I know a lot of people are in this for, helping spirits. Well, I have no ability, so I can't help spirits. I can't help you cross over, so I'm in it for the experiences and the knowledge. I want to know what happens when I die. And that's why I'm in it. I want to know that there's something more than us just being stagnant in the spirit world, though. I don't want to just be floating around wondering where the hell I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a scary thought.
I'm making a list of who I'm haunting, and I'm going to go right in order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But talking to a lot of mediums, you don't really have that say so. You're just kind of stagnant in a reality, and I don't like that. I want to know that I can haunt whoever I want, go have some fun, make some people freak out. I want to have fun in the afterlife. We do all our work here. Let's have fun in the afterlife. But
damn right.
But that's my goal. I want to find out what happens, and that's really what I want. Because women in my family, they die really young. So if I only have another 10 years in this life, I want to know what's happening.
Wait. What you mean they die really young?
Like most of the women in my family die before they're 60.
Why?
Cancer. Like my aunt just died, and all that she died from a heating pad. You never know when you're gonna go. My aunt is only 4 years older than me, and she died because she hurt her pelvic bone and was wearing a heating pad. It caused a clot, and she stroked out. And so you never know.
Well, I'm gonna go throw out my heating pads.
No, it's just a blood clot. That's what I have. That's what I get all the time. I've had 14 of them documented.
And
DVT.
yeah, and that can kill you.
Mm.
So you gotta be careful. Don't use a heat pad.
I
I'll
do.
go throw ours out.
I told her last night I was going to get a heat pad. Remember?
Don't use a heat pad. I'm telling you.
Here's one for my
You
feet.
wrong.
Oh, we're not gonna do
No.
that.
I want it on my
That's
feet.
a fire. That's a fire story.
But the bottom line is, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go, and we're all gonna go. Nobody gets out alive. So, I
Mhm.
mean, I just want to know what happens when we die, and if there is a possibility of reincarnation, which I believe that, like, we're all energy. Energy goes back. You can't. It doesn't disappear. Energy just moves on to another form. So
Transforms.
it's a very good possibility that some of those cells are going back into the babies, and
Did you see the last night's show with Paranormal Swamp Talk? We had when we had Miss Phoenix on.
I
Phoenix
saw for a
Jansen?
little while, yes.
And that's what was one of the main things, reincarnation. We were talking about that, past lives and stuff like that. So she's coming out with a show on Paralinks, and it's going to be, she's going to be talking about a bunch of this stuff. So I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So
We
I think
talked
that's
to we who was it? It was AJ from Coventry Circle that we talked to about all this, right, guys?
Yeah,
Squeak Lurker. Yeah, I think it was him.
AJ.
Yeah.
And I thought it was an amazing show. I mean, she is well educated. I mean, you said that you having her come to speak at your Perry Unity. She's actually sits on the board for us for Fear Fest. So she's one of the board members on Fear Fest.
Very cool. Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah, I met her last year, and she's a light. You meet certain people, and you could just see their light, and she's one of them.
You one of them too, Angela. So don't say you're not.
I think I have a great light.
Yeah, you do.
We all have our faults, every single one of us. But you got balance in life. You got your bad side, you got your good side. But I definitely think that I'm a good person. I have a good heart, and I care about people. So I would say I have a good light.
We're watching the Saints getting their asses kicked.
Oh boy,
28-14.
I don't want to hear that.
That's bad.
And we are having our podcast come back in 2 weeks. Ghost Talk. We're gonna do it differently. We're gonna do a roundtable. I have a lot of people that ask to be on the show, and then it's like 30 minutes to an hour of just talking about one person, where I wanted to do it different. So we're gonna take a subject per show. Like the first one is going to be about Ouija boards, and we're going to discuss the pros and cons of Ouija boards, what people believe. Are they really as bad as they're saying they are, or is it just a kid's game? And so everybody's just going to have a different opinion. And then after that, the next topic is going to be about debunking evidence, and like how people react when you debunk their evidence. Because people get mad when you tell them that circle is a stump, not a Bigfoot.
Right.
Or all those orbs are just dust.
Have you thought about going with a network?
Like I know me and George have passed. We talked to Courtney about that, but
because we have a channel now. We have a channel now that you don't have to. It's not a set time or anything like that.
Yeah.
In fact, we work with Parapost, and they have people that just come on when they want to, and so we're developing we now officially have 51 shows now.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah.
So we're always looking for more, and we'd love to have you if you want to do it.
Yeah, I'll talk to George and see what he says. I know we discussed it last year when Courtney had brought it up. But at that time, me and you weren't even talking. So, I mean, I didn't tell Courtney that, I was just like, oh, yeah, no, I don't think so. But yeah, I'll talk to George.
Now we're talking. So, you can.
Yeah. No excuses, right? But we'll see.
You can actually talk about me in front of me. I don't care.
I got nothing to say. It ain't time for the rant yet.
Oh, it's always time. We can start early.
We can always start the rant. I mean, but also this month I wanted to mention this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and if you look at my top right hand corner, you'll see real men wear pink. So yes, we do, and I wear it not just for October. I wear it anytime I can find it because I like pink. especially like silk panties and stuff like that. I wear that stuff. I got my nipple tassels. I wanted them to be rainbow though.
And they look too little.
I couldn't find
They
any.
do.
In
I
my
got them right
size.
here. I got them right here.
I couldn't find any in my size. They're all sold out.
Well, how big is the areola?
That's for another show. Say that for Trinity.
Mine is perfect. I got a huge one. I'm just saying, it's out there.
So, how are you? Have any investigations coming up, or does anybody have any investigations coming up?
We actually investigated a place in Mandeville. You probably know where it's at, but I'm not going to say. But it was, it was a convent at one time, and
The one in Covington?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's in Mandeville.
Oh.
And we captured a full body apparition in there. I had to share it out to just certain people. Matter of fact, I'm talking to Andrew Gonzalez. This past Tuesday, he wanted me to go over to New Orleans with him, and they were breaking. Well, he knows the security detail that was working that night, and it was a Tuesday night, and she had to work the next day, so I couldn't go. But they were going to get into Charity Hospital. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I would.
Like it's so much black mold in there, you're gonna make yourself sick.
Wear a mask.
You're gonna be the ghost. You're gonna be like Howard.
I'll come and make sure I put on y'all and make sure y'all know I'm there.
And they got security all over there, like all over there.
I know.
Like, I don't know. I know quite a few people that's gone in there, but I wouldn't go in there. I was actually born in there. I saw one of my first full body apparitions at that hospital.
That's what surprised me. I mean, as many times as I've been in the hospital, you can ask Jackie. When I started out with paranormal investigating, back doing it again, I was just sitting there and I was wondering, a lot of death in the hospital and stuff like that. Of course, and especially you don't know. You could be in the room that you're in. So I think the last couple of times I actually brought my mail reader, my K2, anything I could get snuck into that place, and I'd do investigations in the room. Sometimes if there's late at night, there's no nurses around. They have a skeleton crew. I'll walk the freaking halls with it. I mean, I'm a patient. I'm paying for it. Why not? I can get my money's worth. Shit.
I don't blame you. I would.
But, yeah. What I wanted to ask you, there was something else I wanted to ask you, Angela. So you're going to be you plan on moving to Arkansas, Oklahoma?
We're talking about Arkansas, but we don't know yet, like what we're going to do. We just know we want to get closer to the kids. Yeah. Yeah. So like being so far away from the kids is kind of, you hang out with your grandkids all the time. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I miss my grandbabies.
Why don't you move a little closer, like Alabama or Mississippi?
Well, Arkansas, the place that we're looking in Arkansas is like 7.5 hours. That's nothing. We could do that in a day.
Yeah.
So that's where we're thinking. We have to go somewhere where Paul can transfer, but I don't know. We'll see. But then he says he'll just quit. He don't care. So we'll figure it out. It's a lot cheaper. I'll tell you, it's a lot cheaper in Arkansas than it is out here in Colorado. Out here in Colorado, it is insanely expensive.
Because it's got all that driving you have to do. There's nothing out there.
Oh no, we live in a city. Like we live in the outskirts of Denver. So like we live in the city. There's a lot to do out here. It's like never ending stuff to do out here.
Well, you're close to Jennifer. Jennifer Lee was actually in here just a while ago, and she lives in Utah.
I actually saw her at Adrian's wedding. I met her at Adrian's wedding. But yeah, she's in Utah, so I definitely want to go over there because all the Skinwalker Ranch stuff. She's not too far from that. I definitely.
It's like sharing. It's almost like sharing It's like sharing a fence line. Almost. That's what what she describes it to me. I told her I'd be more than glad to come out there and pitch a tent in the front yard and jump the fence. And because all that energy is not going to just be on a fence line.
That's exactly what I told. That's what I said. I was like, that's the land. It's not just right there. It's going to be everywhere. Hey, Tim. But I definitely want to go out there. You know, they're not going to let us in Skinwalker Ranch, but I mean, I want to get as close as I can because I just want to get the vibe from there. I really believe there's something, maybe alien going on over there. I don't know. Something definitely is weird over there.
I mean, that could cause a diversion, and you can just sneak on the backside.
Yeah. Yeah, we might have to do that. I'll get you to just like go shit in their bathroom, stink them out. They'll be yelling at you. I'll climb in the back door.
Go to the front gate and just pull out my pants and just shit at the front gate.
Now there's an idea.
Take one for the team.
Now there's an idea.
Hey, I'm not on your property. I had to take a shit. And we don't do that around here. Well, I'm not from around here. I'm from Louisiana. We do this all over the place. Hell. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you too, brother. And we're narrowing it down. We're getting it closer and closer. We're looking at the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of October. That's what we're looking at. And we're looking at the Marriott. Because that's where they had the big Mardi Gras balls. Rex meets Comus. They go right across the street from one another. Matter of fact, Rex ball is at the Marriott, and they walk over to the Sheraton, where they meet Comus. Comus is cool. So I don't know if you ever.
So
seen
what
that
you're gonna do?
video.
You're gonna get like the event room or something. So it's not gonna be an investigation. It's gonna be just an event.
Yeah, well, no, it's going to be investigations involved in it also. That's what I'm going to be
It's
talking.
hard to investigate hotels. That's the problem.
But all the hotels around there are haunted.
They're all, yeah, like you. The minute you drive into New Orleans, it shifts. You can feel that dark. And I don't want to say it's because of the plagues and so much like devastation in New Orleans. Like it's a dark energy there. Like it's really like it will pull you down.
Yep.
Like
especially with Katrina put all that water, and then of course that's a great conductant for
yellow fever. I mean, like they'll pile bodies on top of bodies because they are dying quicker than their graves could be dug. I mean, it's just it's a sad city. Like you could feel the sadness.
Yep. And that's where all the haunting is basically at, is in the streets.
Everywhere you go.
You do have the LaLaurie Mansion or Sultan's Palace or the Jean Lafitte's blacksmith shop and stuff like that. You do have all these big places that are haunted, but the real hauntings are in the streets because that's where your murders are at. And yay, Louisiana, New Orleans, we done made it #1 in the nation again. Yes, we're #1 in murder.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, they were out there shooting people on the interstate. You driving along on I-10 or I-12 with I-10, and people are taking pot shots at you.
They do that over here too.
Yeah, in Denver as well. In Denver, they closed the whole interstate the other day when we were driving home from Bigfootin'. They closed the whole interstate on both sides because of a shooting. It's like, oh, can't you just push it over to the side and let us pass?
Oh, did you? I put it out there. I told Chrissy about it. You're familiar where I live at, right?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, off of 1088.
Yeah, your house.
Okay. You go down 1088 and you got that cross section where it's Viola, Salt, and 1088. And you go to the right or left, depending on where you come from. You got Mandeville Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
Right in that neighborhood. That's less than 2 miles from the house. They had a murder-suicide. That was, a couple of days ago.
Wow.
The mom calls up at 8:30 in the morning and says, I just shot my daughter.
Oh, I saw that.
And she was still on the phone with the sheriff's department, and they heard the gunshot.
Yeah, I just saw that. I saw that on Facebook. A friend of mine shared it. That's so sad.
Yeah, it is. And they're trying to figure out what happened. Why did that occur?
What brings you to kill your I mean, because her daughter was like in her 20s or 30s.
Yeah, she was like 21, 20. She was young. She was young age.
Yeah, but she wasn't a child. She was an adult. And like, how do you get to the point where you kill your own child? And
well, you notice that like in the state of Louisiana, St. Tammany Parish is highest rate in suicide. And on this side of the parish, we're the highest of the parish. So I don't know what it is over here, but there's a lot of death here.
Yeah. And I remember whenever I investigated your house way back when we first met, you think it has something to do with the land, the actual land, because like in your area, there's a lot of deaths in your area, right?
And what's Indian burial? Yeah, right. And there's Indian burial ground, right? I mean, we're not from the Lacombe Indians and all that. So,
yeah,
they're still there.
Yeah, when I remember, like when we left your house, like Gabe and my ex-husband both got screwed up. Like
when they left, y'all did a cleansing.
We went and cleansed his whole house. Like Gabe used holy water, I used sage. We went and we did it all. That motherfucker was waiting in the car when we went home because there was and I didn't see any of this. This is just what my ex-husband said, but something standing over the bed. And it jumped on him and it started choking him. But all I know is my ex-husband was gasping for air when he was sleeping. And I nudged him. I'm like, man, turn over. You're choking, you know? And then whenever the next day, I was like, you really need to go get a sleep apnea test because you were choking while you were sleeping. And he was like, oh, my God, that was real. And he told me what happened. I messaged Gabe. I'm like, man, you know, like, did anything happen? He's like, yeah, and I don't want to tell Gabe's story because that's his personal business. But then he told me that stuff was happening at his house too. And so, of course, we cleansed our houses. He cleansed his. I cleansed ours. And it went right back to your house, Howard.
It did.
So I was like, well, I'm not doing no home investigation, so fuck that up.
Gabe called me up and he said it felt like somebody was sitting on his chest. Yeah, so whatever it was attacking the men. It wasn't attacking the women. It was attacking the men.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't bother me at all. I didn't see it.
Well, you showed me when we were standing in front of the house. You was taking the pictures and you had the video camera and you could actually see the waves.
You could see the energy. You know, like I'm a photographer, so like I know motion blur. I know all that. This was different. Like whenever I took the picture, you can see the energy waves. You can actually see the waves outside of his house. So it was pretty. I still to this day I've never seen that again. When we were doing the spirit, what was it? The
HEC session.
Yeah, what was that app? It was computer. And like we recorded the whole thing and you could see these huge orbs behind. Who was in the back? Was it your brother or?
It was my sister-in-law.
Your sister-in-law, like right behind her, these huge, like one would be bright white and then there would be a dark one that go like, and I'm talking huge, like huge orbs. It wasn't something small. It was. Did you ever get all those spirits out your house, Howard?
No, matter of fact, we was doing the show. I was talking about that last night. We was doing a show, and Jesse Stewart from These Ghosts, he created a REM pod for me with a built-in EMF pod. Jacob's ladder. I'm sorry, Jacob's ladder with a REM pod built into it. I mean, no, not a REM pod. EMF pump. So it's a Jacob's ladder with an EMF pump in it, and I was playing with it on the show. I was like, oh look, I got this from, and giving him a shout out and everything. And on this side of here, I had this figure that formed. And actually, when the video itself, you could see its eyes blinking. And it was an African-American male. And you could see, you could tell the features and everything. I mean, the wide, the big lips, nose, the way his structure of his face. It was about this. And I didn't know none of this shit was going on. People were sending this to me after I did the show.
Well, it was
you should.
The show we did.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matt. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Angela. So no, it was Howard. It was like the show you and we were doing. I think it was the Pitre Dish, and something walked behind you. I saw it, blocked out the light from your porch.
A lot of shit happens like that. Yeah, matter of fact, I would sit on my front porch and I would talk to Steven and stuff like that, and he's seen faces in the window. He said, "Who's that old lady looking out? Who's that woman looking out of that window?" And I said, "Ain't nobody home." You mean old woman? I mean, shit. Yeah, I've seen Since then, I've seen Jessica 4 times in the house. I've seen a kitchen table on my chair just pulled out in front of me and faced me. I mean, I'm gotten so used to all this crap. I went back and pushed the chair back, went about my business, and I mean, hell with it. We had a music box that kept playing all the time. We don't own a music box, so we don't know if it could have been maybe some unmarked graves from maybe travelers or someone that passed through here. Just north of us is actually the Trail of Tears, so they passed through up there, Franklinton and up that way. I don't think they. Yeah, that's my sister-in-law. She lives next door. She says, "I've seen faces in your windows." Yep.
No, it's just in Howard. It's just Howard.
Yeah,
Howard just pushing his face.
We wouldn't be home. Nobody would be home, and she would see people looking out of my freaking window.
Where's Scotty?
Yeah. Yeah, Jessica's my daughter. Yep. And Jackie was gracious enough. Now, when I do my podcast shows, I have Jessica with me.
I love that picture, by the way.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful picture.
She is absolutely beautiful.
So she's always with me when I do my podcast shows. But I think it's like she's doing, she can cross that veil when she wants. She comes back and forth when she wants. So that's what she does. She just comes and checks in and makes sure everything's going okay. I think that's what she does. But the other stuff that's here, I don't know
what do you think, other than Jessica being there, what do you think is causing the ruckus in your house?
Well, I did a lot of research. Underneath my property, there's actually rivers that run through underneath the property. So that's running water.
I knew it.
And then we like I said, we do have Indian burial grounds around here. We can walk in the woods, and I can do this all day long and walk across a mound. Yeah, I don't mess with them. Yeah, I don't need that shit anymore than what I already got. So I just leave it alone.
Yeah, where we lived was definitely Indian territory.
Hell, I went to the LaFontaine Cemetery right there in the curb in Lacombe. You know,
the one on like 190 and Lake Road.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
And she took a picture, and we did it right after a thunderstorm. And actually, the thunderstorm was still going on. It was lightning and stuff, and a lightning, flashed. And when she did, she took pictures. She took repeated pictures, and we was there with the team, and they looked at the pictures, and you could see it was a woman. She just passed through me, and you could see it like she's here, and then she was fully enveloped in my face. And we knew it was a woman because you could see the red lipstick and these white, this looked like white painted teeth or something. I mean, this was some of the whitest teeth I've ever seen in my entire life. Wow. And that was passing through me. We got pictures of that too. So yeah, I mean, we've been through a lot of spooky, and that's not that far away. If you actually walk through the woods, you're right behind the state hospital. Where the old state hospital used to be at, southeast. And then that's where they kept the morgue at. That was actually where the morgue was at one time. Before they moved it out there on Highway 434.
By the heart hospital?
Yeah, they moved it down there. You know where the Social Security office and all that's at, the new one? Past that, it's right close to the Folgers plant.
I know what you're talking about. I live right down that road.
Right down there. That matter of fact, that's the new coroner's office. But the coroner's office used to be at Southeast Hospital. But I mean, that's not that far away.
No. If
you walk through the woods, you're right in the back of the freaking hospital.
Yeah, I definitely had a lot of weird things happen on that land that we bought in Lacombe. Yeah, we would get, because we had the deer camp set up to catch wildlife, and we got some weird stuff on there, stuff that I was like, I don't know what the hell that is, but I can't call it paranormal because I don't know what it is. It's just something strange,
I remember you saying something about your daughter was telling you about something. She thought she saw something in the house or the room.
Tracy always, like, she's like way more in tune to the paranormal than I am. Like she can sense it more. So she I was constantly having to debunk stuff out of her bedroom because she swore that the spirit lived in her bedroom and that it was. And there was this one time that we had no air on in the house at all. The window wasn't open. There's no
Remember that?
draft. And then a piece of paper is just flapping on her wall, like she would draw. And one of the pieces of paper, and there's lots of papers, and it's just this one is flapping on the wall. And I'm like, no, Tracy, that's just because I'm always about debunking. I'm 100%. I want to have a logical explanation before I call anything paranormal. And it's flapping, and I'm like, no, it's got to be a breeze. There's a breeze coming from somewhere, and I checked everywhere. And then I picked up this chair, and I'm trying to like swing the chair to show her it's just the one. And I'm telling you, the minute I was like, Tracy, it's not paranormal, it just stopped. And I was like, well, maybe
Proved
it is.
you wrong, huh?
You have to stage out my bedroom.
That proved you wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, she like, like Jessica, she dabbled in maybe some stuff she shouldn't have been dabbling
Right.
in, and might have brought something home, but it could have just been, spirits that wanted to hang out. Who knows?
And that's what it is all about. I mean, I see people do that all the time. They go to different religions, that Buddhism, paganism, demonology. They want to be, devil worshiping. I mean, I've seen all that before, and it seems like with that, and then Jessica, she finally settled on, and that's what she when she passed away, that's what her religion was. She was Wiccan. And she believed in the Wiccan religion. So, I mean, she practiced it and everything else. So, I mean, I just don't understand what happened to her, why she did what she did to this very day. I think it's because maybe it was she was pregnant and her body chemistry was messed up, and it just made some wires go haywire on her, because she's all of a sudden became schizophrenic.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just one of those questions I'll never get answers to, but it's just, you just deal with it.
Yeah, and then being pregnant, they couldn't help her because of the fact that she was pregnant. And they don't help pregnant women.
Yeah. They don't.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Now they're saying there's six places in the state of Louisiana that's supposed to help these women who are pregnant, and on paper it is, but in reality they don't. Because they have the right to refuse you as a patient. They can look at your shirt and say, well, we don't like, because you're wearing that shirt. They can just send you out the door. Now, if they put a pregnant woman on the same floor with a mental patient, then that's just something that is ready to happen. I mean, there's just something bad ready to happen.
Yeah.
If something does happen, then that's a massive lawsuit to that hospital.
Yeah.
So they just
because even the ones that get into those institutions, like, it's not a safe environment. It's a very dangerous environment. I'm not going to say which one of my kids, but one of my kids work with the mental health and institutions. And when she worked there, man, she got punched, she got hit. Like, they would leave her on the grown men's ward by herself. And it was to the point, like, one day she went home and she fell asleep and nobody can get in touch with her. And we didn't know she left work yet. And we were looking for her because we just couldn't find her. And that's how dangerous it is at those places.
Mm-hmm. Even dementia wards are bad like that.
Yeah, it's violent.
I used to work with them, and notice I said used to. It's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a really, I couldn't do it. I'd knock somebody out. I swear I would.
That's why I'm not doing it anymore. It's like, all right, you want to hit me? I'll watch this. Mm-hmm. I see your hand and raise you a chair.
And I will say that's pretty much how it ended for my kid when she was like.
Then I gotta explain why.
Angie is a tough one. She is a tough woman. I mean, I'll tell you.
I
don't think she's sweet. Don't think she's weak.
I'm a very sweet person, but at the same time, I'm very opinionated, and I am going to stick up for myself.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I would not. I couldn't do it. No way. Like, kudos to all the nurses out there. Because I'm telling you, like, they have people that put them through hell. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have one of the hardest jobs, and I'm telling you, I could not do it. I would knock a patient out.
Well, like I said, that's one of the reasons why I left, because there's
Yeah.
no going to explain to somebody why I hit Grandpa with a chair. No, not doing it. I wouldn't be able to stop laughing. That's just my thing. I don't know. Motherfucker tried to hit me, so I'm a poker player. He hit me. So I raised him. I raised him a chair. He lost.
Oh,
Now
my
he's playing
goodness.
with only a quarter of a deck.
And that's just not the mental health hospitals. I mean, that's also medicals too. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I know I gave my nurses hell.
Yeah,
Oh, I
did.
see it
you
every
that.
day. Every freaking day now. I work as just security. And all I do is I ask people if they have anything in their pockets. And you should see some of the looks and some of the things. We had a guy, no lie, come in. He had at least a dozen pocket knives in his pocket. Why? Why do you need to carry a dozen? You just going to start whipping them out at people and start throwing them? Like, what?
Well, at least they're all in his pocket and not in different areas where you had to search them, you know.
Oh,
Like,
he had at least 2 on each ankle.
oh,
He had a
geez.
couple in each pocket. He had them in his jacket. Oh, he had them all over.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Is he
yeah.
is he going to war or something?
I don't know. And they weren't even like,
It really, you know, like we're laughing about it, but it really is that bad. It really is that bad. And then, like, when people like Jessica really need help, it's not under control. And I'm not saying it's the fault of the nurses by any mean or the
No.
help. I'm talking about these facilities need to fix the problem, and then the state needs to step up and say we need to help them.
It's not just the state. It's actually a worldwide event. I mean,
Yeah.
this is, mental health out there is zilch. Is
Yeah, but I
nothing.
mean, each state gets funding for stuff like that, and they can.
Yeah,
put
they get
more
funding.
into their
They get
hospital.
funding. Yeah, for drug rehabilitation. They get these drug addicts. They send them to a mental hospital, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. And they get funding from that. So, in other words, if you went in there and you had some mental issues that you needed to get taken care of, they would take the drug addict before they take you because they get
They get
kickback
money
from,
from that.
from the government.
That's the truth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
Yep, it is.
Oh, speaking of people being helped, Howard, I don't know if you saw, but I have Jessica's foundation in our commercial and also in.
Oh, thank you.
It's been in our links, our description for you guys.
Yeah, we were a 501c3 nonprofit. All the money goes back to women to help them, who are, you know, and we investigate, make sure they're say who they are. Because I don't need Angela to call me up and say I'm pregnant and I need help and I'm going to send her money. No.
Hey,
What
you
if I
never
do?
know, I'm not that old.
What if I call you and say I'm pregnant?
I'll send you $1. I'd have to get a picture of that. I want an ultrasound.
I look like it.
In the mental health part, you know, I think I got that covered. So I mean, it's far of a fetch.
See, there you go.
Just saying, like I could use a little handout.
And I look like I'm pregnant. It's great.
Let's see.
Pull it out.
Got a bunch of shit babies in there.
Oh my Lord.
He will show you his belly, but he won't show you his areola. That I don't understand.
Private.
That's the next show.
What do you think I am, Brian Laverty?
Yeah, I was the only
Love
one
you,
that ever got Brian to get him on the show and actually have him show his breasts.
I just can't believe how white my stomach is. What the fuck?
Because you live in Pittsburgh,
I don't live in fucking Pittsburgh. Oh, it's better than calling them in Philly. But
Pennsylvania.
there you go. Yeah, just for the record, guys, there's more than just 2 cities in Pennsylvania. It's not just Pittsburgh and Philly. Just saying.
Hershey. Isn't there a Hershey?
Hershey.
Yeah, there's a Hershey. There's also Harrisburg,
And
Sunbury,
Penhurst.
Williamsport. There's a bunch of them. We have multiple cities.
You
I
have
just know
lots of cities?
Pittsburgh and Hershey.
Lots of cities. You gotta be careful with Hershey's, though. You get the squirts a lot.
It's worth it with all the chocolate though, right?
Damn right. And there's a no lie. There is one of the world's, I think it's one of the world's largest or the world's largest buffet, and it's all made by like Mennonite and Amish. And I'm going $25 all you can eat, and they have every food you can freaking think of. They have all homemade food, and it's just
Are there toilets around so we can,
They have
pee and go back?
waiting rooms for the toilets. Like outside the bathrooms, they have 2 separate bathrooms.
What?
Then they have like little common areas where you can just sit and chill. They have TV. Oh, swanky.
So you can
I don't
sit
know
there
about
and hold your stuff while you're waiting for them to finish.
No, you go
Yeah,
and you do
you
your
know,
business. You do your business, and then the polite thing to do is you move and you go to
They
the
need
couches.
they need to get rid of the common area, add more toilets, and then you can shit and get and go back to eating.
No, I like that idea though, and Howard can get me on this one. You rush to the bathroom, you do your business. After you're done, you're tired. You don't want to walk all the way back to the buffet.
Well,
you go back and rest.
You get pooped out.
Yeah. Yeah. He gets it. And then you just sit there, you watch TV, just chill. And then you button your pants up if you have buttons, or you tie them up, and you just go back to get more.
I think it would be worth it. I think it'd really be worth it if they give you like a complimentary can of Febreze or something.
Actually, I think if I remember correctly, I think I heard they have tendons that actually are in there.
Did it hand you like a hand towel?
I don't know, but somebody better be coaching me. I want to see somebody underneath just cheering me on, just the hand going underneath, just keep going, push. Like
That's what I'm talking about. I'd tell them walk straight on in there. I said, you better grab a chair, buddy, because I'm opening up the stall. You sit right there. I'm gonna be needing you in about 10 minutes.
Hand him a Bible, some holy water, a crucifix. Pass this to me in 5. Squirt me with this in 10.
Yes.
Grab the
Get up
garden
off the
hose.
toilet and just kind of give a little blessing on the toilet.
I have a friend that lives in like Dillsburg, and then they do like this pickle drop for New Year's. You ever heard of that place?
Mm-hmm.
Pickle drop.
That's cool. Like you see a big giant pickle drop out the sky instead of a ball.
There's one that's coal where I'm from. Like
Coal?
Coal.
Oh,
Yeah.
a pickle. Oh, I thought you
Pickle, like a pickle.
a real pickle. I thought you was meant
No,
Like a
like
big
anatomy.
giant
big-
pickle.
Yeah, like
I thought it was like
instead
a
of the-
man's anatomy dropping down. That's a
That
pickle.
might be. That might be.
It looks
No.
like
Howard, I just thought of something. You ready for this? You go the Father, the Son, and the Holy shit. What was that?
Yeah. What was
There you
that? I got to go back to round 2.
Father, Son, and the Holy shit.
That's why I sit on the. I mean, I'm old and I'm getting too freaking old, man. You get on there and you go to the bathroom, and right when you think you finish, I'm ready to wipe and get ready to go and spray and all that stuff. Get up,
Round 2.
round 2 hit you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to
And then
sit
it's
right
like-
back down.
it's whatever Jackie's cooking.
Jackie,
All that
Jackie,
gumbo.
Hey, tell them what you cook.
No.
You don't cook?
No.
What kind of Cajun woman are you?
She's Irish.
I'm Irish.
I'm Irish too. I know how to cook. I know you cook though, Howard. You cook gumbo. You cook red beans. You cook all the Cajun foods.
Yep.
That's what. That's what
Etouffee.
stomach.
Oh, so-
Except that
but I
one
cook-
day, it's Crackle Barrel. Don't eat Crackle Barrel before.
Don't
the
eat crack. That's what fucked me up, man. Going to that.
That
that-
and Taco Bell. Like, why does everybody have to go
No,
to
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell before an investigation?
Taco
If you got to yell, "That was me" during every EVP session, you might want to cut out the Taco Bell.
we did a show about that. What would be the worst
Really?
place to go?
You would have.
Yeah, and Waffle House came up a lot.
I could see Waffle House is good after a bar. You go out
Yeah.
drinking,
Well,
Waffle House is good.
But go to Waffle House before you go on an investigation.
Nah, see, I think the worst, in all honesty, is the buffet. The buffet is the worst thing to do with a paranormal team, and I know this from experience because I've done it. Because what you do is the guys we get going and
Smoke up your ass.
Jackie
She's
is
lying.
amazing. I was not discrediting Jackie.
agree.
was just picking on her.
Jackie is
This girl
amazing.
burns water.
So do I. But but no, seriously, because the guys, we get competitive. I'll eat more than you, and we start going back and forth, and then 2 plates turns into 15, and then it's just you just overeat, and then you don't want to do shit. You just sit
Yeah,
there.
you're too tired to investigate, and you're definitely
Oh.
not making it until 4 a.m.
No. So that's my vote, buffets.
So you know what time it is. We're 7 minutes late on that.
Hmm?
We're 7 minutes late.
I don't
No,
really have
going
nothing to
off
gripe
I'm going
about.
off the timer up in the corner. I'm going off of that one.
Well, I'm looking at the regular time.
I don't
because
care.
thought
It's your
Well,
show. I
let's-
don't give a fuck.
yeah, let's fuck it. Let's go for it. You
Let's
know?
fuck it. I like that. That should be put that on a t-shirt. Let's fuck it.
All right,
Scotty
let's
will
go.
buy it.
He would. All right, let's get to this power rant. Y'all ready for that? All right, I guess I'll start off the rant with we touched on it a little bit and in the beginning, and we touched on this on a couple of shows already, and it's about the paranormal world and egos in the paranormal world, and who's got the biggest ego. I'm gonna go out and say Matt's favorite person, Zach Baggins. That is.
You get one sleep for that. I'm tired. You get one sleep.
I wanted to see that face again. That reaction.
Watch
Say
the
it again.
replay,
Zach Baggins.
motherfucker. I do not have enough alcohol in this house to not.
But
have a reaction to that.
before we start all other rants, I'm going to go turn the rant over to our guest, as we always do, to Miss Angela Johnston. I keep wanting to call you Mitchell, but I know it's Johnston.
It's hard for me too. Yeah, I've been a Mitchell my whole life. I didn't change my
Oh.
name with my last marriage, and so like being a Johnston now just seems kind of foreign.
I'm sorry. That threw me off. I thought he was actually trying to call you Mitchell instead of Angela. I thought it didn't click. I'm so tired.
Oh, my last name's been Mitchell. Yeah, so now
Yeah,
I
that threw my
just
ass
changed
off.
it to Johnston. Yeah, rant time. George, give me something to rant about. Come on,
There's George. He's ready.
tell me. What do I rant about? I don't really have anything. I don't know. What do I even? Somebody else go first, and I'll go after George tells me what I can rant about. I got to get with PR first.
Line.
How about Playboy Lurker? I haven't seen Lurker in the moon age.
What is it?
Playboy Lurker? Lurker, what you got to rant about tonight, brother?
I'm thinking about something right now. I'll leave that to Matt right now.
We ain't got all night because Matt will go on for a couple of hours at least. Okay.
All right, I would
Actually-
say my rant is like everybody
There you go.
thinking everything is paranormal, and it really aggravates me that nobody tries to debunk their evidence at all. You know, and not some people do. I'm sorry, that was the wrong thing to say, but I was just ranting. But a lot of people will circle these circles, and they'll say these orbs are all spirits. And okay, let's say that you take a picture and you've got 15 orbs on this picture, which is probably dust, but let's say they're spirits. What did that prove? How does that prove that there are spirits? Like, where is the proof in that? So
Thank you.
it's frustrating. It's frustrating that they're saying this is evidence. Like, like George had commented on somebody's picture, and forgive me, George, if I'm bringing up old shit, but the legs were missing in the Nevada State Prison. And as a photographer, we know that cameras sometimes do that. And it does not mean that it's paranormal. So I want to know, if the legs are disappearing, how is that paranormal? Are you a ghost? Why is your leg disappearing? Tell me the paranormal behind a leg disappearing. You know, and it frustrates me. And I guess a lot of people see different things than I do, and I try to debunk everything, but that's what gets to me in the paranormal field.
That's a good one. I like that rant. I agree with that 100%.
And stop circling tree stumps. I'm just saying.
Good one.
If you gotta circle a tree stump, pareidolia is a thing. We do. Our eyes are made to see faces and objects.
Right.
And I get it.
Matrixing.
And I'm
yeah.
all for, like, I'm very spiritual. Don't get me wrong. I'm very spiritual. You know, I do meditate a lot, and I do, I do try to find images to connect to open up portals. I do this, and I do believe it's a thing. Don't get me wrong, but it's not evidence.
I'm curious.
It could be a personal experience. All right, next.
Where are these stumps coming in at? I'm curious now.
That's
There
right.
has to be a story.
Being in
on
Bigfoot
crazy
groups, man. Y'all are in paranormal groups. It'll be the
Wait a
equivalent
minute, is that where
of
they got the
circling
stump?
ghost.
And I thought maybe because it was a stump, it's like a feeding station. Sometimes they'll leave stuff on a stump for.
Wait, people are saying
No,
that stumps are Bigfoot?
Yeah, so like if you're in the Bigfoot community and you're in part of these groups, like I want to say like 75% is people circling bushes and trees and stumps and anything that looks blurry. I mean, I get it. We want to catch an image of Bigfoot so bad that we're grasping at straws, but like no. It's a
I
stump.
mean, I can
And if
give
you
you
tell
some. I can get you some videos on Canva that have Bigfoot in them. You'll see them at the end of the show.
Yeah, on Canva, because Canva is an art program. I got some Canva pictures too.
I actually put a
But-
couple in the video for Howard. Came a couple.
Yeah, no, and like I said, I 100% believe in Bigfoot, but like I have been out there where there is an abundance of wildlife in the middle of nowhere. And I will, and I'm pretty, Paul is a very good tracker. So he has taught me animal poop, animal tracks. Like I know all that, like we can pretty much follow all the tracks and find out what kind of animals are in the area. And so do I believe Bigfoot prints? Yes. But do I believe all of them? No. I believe that Bigfoots are very good at not being seen by us. And when they do get seen, it's like, oops, and that's the time people have their stories.
Yeah, but they got to shit somewhere. We had shows about, matter of fact, on the Holy Trinity, we interviewed Mrs. Bigfoot. So, I mean, we had a Bigfoot on camera already. So, I mean, we asked her about the venereal diseases that they share amongst themselves and everything.
Look at Jackie.
What?
Look at Jackie. Jackie, aren't you so proud of him?
Man.
I think the only way we're really going to catch a Bigfoot if we throw Howard out there in a G-string. I think
No.
that's the only way we're going to catch
That
him.
worked.
I got another one. No,
Oh, you got
Well,
another one?
embarrassed
We
Nick,
gotta-
I don't care.
we got to send Scotty out in a Speedo and put a GPS tracker. He will find something to hump.
With the little elephant, the little elephant
yeah.
Speedo.
Oh yeah,
Oh
He'll
yeah,
find
Forget the peanut
something
butter.
we'll get a Bigfoot then.
in the
Peanut
lotion,
butter.
in the barbecue sauce.
Oh,
Get him
God.
a decent vehicle.
I'm surprised you haven't been out there to Honey Island Swamps.
Me?
Yeah.
Of course I have.
You met Dana?
I just don't believe in a three-toed Bigfoot. I'm sorry.
It's more
I
web.
think-
I mean, I looked at the pictures.
I mean,
it's more
I get
web.
it. I get it. I don't believe in a three-toed Bigfoot. I believe it's an alligator. I've seen alligator prints and I've seen those footprints. Sorry. Just my opinion.
And why you explain the footage
What footage?
that Dana Holyfield's grandfather, Ernie Ford, captured some remarkable footage of the Honey Island Swamp Monster out there.
I've read all her books and I've read a lot about him. So I don't remember footage. So
They
maybe
have
I missed
footage.
that.
They do have footage. He
I
does-
believe he's out there. I believe there's a Bigfoot, but I do not believe in a three.
Now that sounds like a gator. I mean, they
I-
don't know that does
No,
sound.
I'm not saying that it is an alligator because I know the size was the toes were supposed to be different, but there are other creatures in the world. I don't think it's a Bigfoot. I think a Bigfoot is kind of ape man mix. I don't think it's
Like the
alligator.
skunk ape in Florida or something.
I think exactly, but he's a Bigfoot. Like they're all Bigfoots.
Well, they came across my news feed. You know how you got the news feed that they, on your phone, it comes on, it says news feed or whatever
Mhm.
feed, whatever it's called. And it was in Louisiana, and they actually had a trail cam. You could see like a coyote or something carrying something off in front of the trail. They had some deer standing there, and this was during the daytime. And right in front of the trail cam, it looked like a Bigfoot taking a shit. I kid you not. That's what it even says. It says there's this. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's in Louisiana.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
I'm gonna have to
But at
send you
that point, had I seen it, I would have went over there. I would have took stool samples of the dump that he took.
It
And,
looked
you
like
know,
he was taking a shit. It was just
Yeah.
squatting down. You could see it had long fur. I mean, it was real clean. It wasn't
Maybe he had
matted.
some kidney stones or something. He's trying to squeeze them out.
Maybe.
so.
I don't know.
Maybe it's
I'm gonna send you that
constipated.
story. I'll send you that story.
Yeah, but that's what I would like if I was there and I was investigating. That's the first thing I would have done is definitely look for hair samples. I would have looked for any kind of footprints, and I would have looked for it wherever he was. What was he doing there? See if there's any DNA left over, in the spot that he was.
Yeah, but there's been people out there that's been Bigfoot hunting, and they actually had found hair and stuff like that. And you never hear nothing about them, getting it analyzed. It's always, we found some hair, we found this, but they never tell you, what was the results of what they found. which I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been given hair. We've been given hair. We've been shown big some shit. You know, talking about the feet.
Shit. Okay.
Molds. Yeah. We have looked under the telescope at different things, and we have not found anything that would seem human. Like in Bigfoot is supposed to be like a crossbreed between human and ape. Nothing that would seem ape or human with the hair that we've been given so far. But we do all that. We do look deep. Like anything we find, if we find hair samples, we do look under the microscope and kind of see the grids in there. And we're looking for anything that looks ape or human, and we have not found it yet. So, but I do believe he's out there. I think he's just really good at avoiding us.
The best hide and seek champion ever.
The best, man. But you know, like being out in the woods as much as we have, like it's amazing how few times we've seen animals. I mean, they're everywhere. I see signs of them everywhere.
Here's something.
I just sent it to your phone. I sent it to you in Messenger. The story.
Well, here's something else too. I mean, think of the oceans. We've only explored like maybe 10%.
Oh, yeah.
It's same way. We only know in comparison, very little of our whole planet. So, I mean, they're finding ecosystems underground over in China and all over.
Absolutely.
There's fissures and cracks, and you know, we barely understand our surface, let alone what happens underneath.
Yes, I totally agree.
So, who knows? Maybe they live underground, and they just use cave networks to get around, and that's why we don't see them.
And I thought of that too, with the caves.
Yeah. Matt, I'm gonna send you that picture. I sent Angela the story.
Oh no!
And y'all can look at it yourself. This is caught on a trail cam, and they have other pictures of it. You know, different things that were walking in front of it.
Okay.
You see it?
Yeah. Yeah, I see it.
Doesn't it look like you're taking a shit?
It does, but that's here. I'm bringing it up for y'all. That looks like a costume to me. I'm sorry, brother, but that looks like a costume.
The hell?
That was caught on a trail cam.
I don't know.
Okay, and in their trail cam only did stills. They didn't have where they could do video.
I thought at first,
I'm sure they
far away, it looked like a bear.
That's the only thing they had.
I wouldn't say a bear because the head and the
Yeah.
hair. But there's a lot of wild hogs out there, and the wild hogs do have like really long hair at the top, right?
It almost seems like that these are hind legs. Like right here, like it's almost like it's squatting down. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like.
Yeah, and I can see where it kind of has that bear resemblance minus the hair.
What's
it's a bear with fantastic hair.
Jesus
Yeah,
conditioner.
but look, you can actually see like the arm. You know, it looks like an arm that's coming down.
I don't see that. I see
kinda.
What looks like maybe a pig, a boar.
But what's this thing? What's this thing? You notice that?
That looks like part of the tree.
Kind of looks like
I don't
a
know.
panda or something sticking its head up on the backside. I don't know. Me call the bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
It almost looks like
I would say a
Photoshopped.
four-legged animal.
Look at the bottom of its leg. It looks like it might have been photoshopped too.
Yeah, I'm thinking it. Actually, you know what, Howard? I think you're right, brother.
Yeah, you could be right.
It's
But,
zoomed out.
They could have came out with a better Bigfoot for that.
Zoomed out, it looks like it's photoshopped.
But look at the bottom of its feet. That's what I'm trying to say. Look, you can see
right
where
here.
it's like it. Yeah, it's like it's.
That's photo.
Yeah, but it
Because I
could
thought
also
at
be
first it was a-
blur. It could also
because I
be
thought at
blur
first it was
from
a
the
bear.
animal moving so fast. I caught a lot of animals on cam, and they move fast, and it picks up a in-action photo. So if he
Yeah.
was like leaping, it could be a pig. It could be. It's not going to be a Bigfoot.
I've never seen a wild pig like that though. I mean, we have
Yeah.
a Russian boar here before, and it doesn't look nothing like that.
Yeah, and I'm
The
a
ones-
hunter. I'm a hunter. We have trail cams too. I don't. I don't
I
know.
think
Like,
I think it's.
I mean, hell, I can go live with and send him go in the backyard and take pictures of this pig.
But yeah, I see where you're highlighting, and it does look like, yeah, it looks
It's
maybe
Photoshop.
right. You could be right. Could be
it's
Photoshop.
blurred. Actually, you know what? If you
Top of-
follow that,
Yeah.
what's that, Squeaks?
It could be the top of somebody's head. And
It could have been.
Bad
Oh,
toupee.
you're right. It's somebody's
toupee.
toupee flew off in the wind.
There you go.
Yes, we figured it out.
You know
We
what?
solved the
Actually,
problem.
if that whole line, the distortion line,
Yeah,
goes around this whole thing.
you're
You
absolutely
can see
right.
it even in the tree line. You can see
Yeah,
it like right
and
here.
that wouldn't be if it was blur. Yep, you're
Mm-mm.
absolutely right.
Yep, it's photoshopped.
Yeah. I would have
I
got
mean,
it.
I
I
right.
just thought I thought you'd get a kick out of that, Angela. That's what and I sent you the story.
I mean, I can add a couple things to make it look like a Bigfoot taking a shit if you want, but
Oh, God,
Put Howard's face on it.
I could.
That'd be awesome.
Oh
Turn
yeah.
it beat
Like
red.
he's just turning around, his hair's blowing in the wind.
There you go. Look at that. You saw that. I just downloaded it. I'm gonna have some fun with this.
Well, it's been an ongoing thing that Steven takes a lot of pictures of people and he does things with them that are not so nice. And he
I
took one
can't
of
say
Jason.
anything.
He took one of Jason. He was on here earlier, and he's looking up. They're doing an investigation. He's looking up at the ceiling. He's just sort of like that. But down, you look down. He's got a schlong.
I think I have that one.
And it's like he's it's like it's hanging out. Well, I always told him, I said, well, I'm not like that. I got a Vienna sausage thing. I mean, to me, a Vienna sausage is hung compared to what I am. So I sent this to him, and everybody got a laugh of it.
No, I don't have that one. I got this one though.
That's hot and spicy too, Con.
Look at that.
That's hot and spicy too.
I got his show there though, Howard. He had a show flyer.
You got a show flyer?
Yeah, for I got Jason's show flyer. You got the paranormal.
Bring it up.
Right.
Oh my. Yeah, put that. That's his thing.
The one that's edited or unedited? Because there's mine.
Yeah, and that's me right there. Look, I was wearing the dildo on my head.
Yep,
Oh,
there's a
Lord.
unicorn.
Yeah, I was just.
You're my pretty little unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
I was.
And you got Scotty.
Oh, that's great. That's
And
great.
that's Tim right
Yeah.
behind him.
Yeah, Tim. That's all. Like I love that picture. That's Scotty in one picture.
That's a real high chair.
I believe you.
I couldn't believe that when he first showed that. I was like, dang.
Should I do the Facebook edited Scotty? The leprechaun Scotty?
They edited or on it. Yeah, I
don't
edited.
care.
I don't show on there. Well, I don't care either. But we don't want to get. I'm saving that. I'm saving that piss off for the Halloween party.
Fair enough. I won't ruin the surprise. And Lurker, don't think you're getting out of it.
Oh, no. You knew it was going to come about.
Yeah, I knew.
I'm surprised you waited this long.
There you
I
go,
sent
Howard.
that one. Yep. Dear Lord, if I could just look. Just
Oh my
look away for
goodness.
2 minutes. That's a good invention.
I can just see the ER doctor's face right now.
So what are you coming in for here for tonight? You wouldn't believe me. So I took video.
Let's.
Oh God!
Oh my! I told you, Angela, this show goes, and that's not going on. I mean, this is. We're being nice.
Yeah,
We're being
actually,
nice.
we are being nice right now.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, this is a new one.
Look at Chrissy's comment.
Good. That's what she sells.
Hey.
Your romance.
Actually, I had that one. I saw that one. Sent it
I
to
made
me
this.
earlier.
I made this one.
That's
About-
a good one.
No.
About cougars.
That's a good one.
He made Flush so much mad he took off his hoodie.
I was actually at work when you sent this to me, Howard.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was.
I was so proud.
I think it was great. I mean, it looks real,
It
like
does
you
look
would
real.
find it. I made that.
It'd be funny if that was actually a magazine.
It
Actually,
looks
to
like
be
it, huh?
honest, actually, to be honest with you, I thought it was at first until I actually looked. I was like, oh,
Even got my name at the bottom. Photo credit.
yeah. See, I didn't see this. I just saw this, and I was like, wait, what? And it
That'd
took
be
me a
good.
minute. And I'm like, wait a minute, and then I saw that, and I went, oh. I was like, never mind.
Oh shit.
That's how we play with one another over here. We like to have fun.
That's
Mhm.
cool.
So yeah, I mean, if you can't take a joke, then
The
you know.
the special elite team.
But yeah, I mean, we try to have fun with the whole networks, everybody. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like we got Paralinks, and then we got Parapost. Parapost is, and then you have the P3 family. It's a bunch of teams that came. It's basically a couple of networks that came together, and we created this.
Mhm.
Now, para unity, the real para unity, not none of that bullshit people preach about para unity. We're doing it. We're showing it can be done.
Absolutely.
And that's why I said you got the invite. George! I don't know if he's still on.
Probably sleeping.
It's only 8 o'clock by his house.
Yeah, but he wakes up at like 4 in the morning.
She wakes up at 2:30.
I woke up at 3. I couldn't get back to sleep.
She works at the neighborhood Walmart, Mandeville.
Yeah. Sorry.
She works with Gabe. Gabe works in the meat department now.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never go back to Walmart.
So since you're newly married, do y'all have like a fun game that you and Paul play?
Of course.
It's a sick game that y'all know that y'all.
No, we're normal.
Oh, we're not.
Yeah, we're just
Normal's
Typical.
boring.
No.
we are boring. We are 100% boring.
What?
And you like it like that, don't you? It's
Yes.
slow things down.
Yes.
That's good. No, we played a farting game.
Lurker didn't hear that story.
She's champ right now. She's on top.
She's in the lead.
She smoked me a year. I mean, yeah, she
Mm-mm.
smoked me a long time ago.
That's
I
one
mean,
way to
she gets
express
me
your
in
love.
I mean, we're standing in the line at a grocery store. It don't matter. She'll just look at me and smile, and just walk off. And then the stench hits me. It's like, good God! People behind me thinks I didn't shit on myself and everything else. And she's laughing around. He did that to me at Party City in Mandeville, Party City. Standing there, people behind me, just checking out, and she walks right past me, just walks and just kept going. She stopped for a second, just kept going, and all of a sudden, oh! And the woman behind me, she backs her basket up.
Jackie, I'm gonna have to remember that one. Next time Mackenzie and I go to Walmart.
Or what?
I was just
You
curious.
got
You
that
played
from
little
the
games like that, little pet games. You know, that's what we do.
No, but we're still newlyweds. Yeah, I mean, y'all are too, but y'all been together for like a million years.
It's been how long
Years,
we've been
damn.
8 years now.
Yeah, me and Paul's only been together for like 2,
Million years.
less
Yeah,
than 2. I don't know.
And Mackenzie
Less
and I
than-
just celebrated 6 years.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're still, yeah. He's
We haven't changed though.
he's a tight ass. He don't even fart.
That's when you got to give him a Dutch oven in the bed when he's laying next to you. Just kind of put a sheet over.
You
Give him
start,
more.
there you go. Start it up.
Yeah.
I got you, motherfucker. That's yours.
Yeah.
I'll
tell-
start laying those on him after about a year of marriage.
No. All you got to do is tell him you wanna give him a kiss, and then when he goes to pucker up, tell him to close his eyes, and then just let it go.
Oh,
Be like,
no.
I blew you
That
one.
is terrible.
I blew you a kiss.
Oh no.
It's French. You can smell it. You can just smell the French.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
You can fax it to him. I mean, hell, you stand in front of a fan and just let it go, and you hit them right in the face.
Gotcha.
Oh, goodness.
Or here's another good one, Howard. This one has it's all the fun, but doesn't have all the backlash.
I do not.
Record it.
Oh, wait! We have confirmation.
That is so not true.
And it begins.
And so it begins.
No, but here's another good one. You record it. You wait till you get that bubble gut going. You get your voice recorder out, you record it, and then you send it to your spouse. You get a mobile part going.
No.
I got her the other day with this liquid. What was it? Oh, liquid heat. It's a hell, whatever. And I said, "Look, you should try this." And she doesn't ask. She said, "Okay." She hasn't figured this out yet. What? Right before the show, Hey Boo came on.
Oh, geez.
So I said, "Smell this," and I sprayed it. And it's almost like shit. Like
Is it like
pepper
that
spray.
liquid part?
No, I got liquid fart too, but this is like pepper spray.
Oh, my God.
And this
That
stuff,
works.
she smelled it, just like, oh, your nose
That's messed
was running.
up.
It was funny. That's a payback.
That's
It
messed
was-
up.
That's messed up.
she had her on her hand, she kept wiping her face, and it just kept getting worse.
Oh, no.
You ain't right.
You're horrible.
Why am I horrible? It's alright for her to
You're-
shit on me in the damn grocery store. People stare at me, but I spray a little something in her face and then I'm bad.
Howard, did I
She's
ever tell
probably
you?
just getting back at you for years of you shitting the shit you shit.
Oh, no.
That was a lot of shit in that sentence. That was a shitty sentence. I approve.
It was loaded.
I approve that sentence had diarrhea.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe that
Taking a
that
shit.
forward.
I'll tell you for her. Tell her.
Howard, did I
Maybe
ever
I
tell,
want to show you something.
did I ever tell you about that Walmart thing? About what to do in Walmart? You go into a group of people, you let one go, wait till you just get that smell, and you ask them if they smell any popcorn.
Yeah.
Whether they eat popcorn or not, everybody knows that smell, and everybody will have the same reaction. That smells fresh.
I blame many of things on it in Walmart. I mean, I do. I walk it in. I'll just about shit on myself in the meat department or something. I said, that must be some bad meat.
I had one in Walmart, and I just couldn't help it. It just stuck out on me. And this woman walks up. And in all fairness, she looked like one of those Karens, so I didn't feel too bad. And she goes, "Oh my gosh, that really stinks." I go, "Yeah, it was the dog." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And she just walked away. And I'm like, "Really? That worked?"
I try to pick moments where to do it because if I'm gassy, I'm not holding it. That hurts you. Yeah, she don't care. But I'll walk past babies and I'll be like, "That baby needs his diaper change."
Go buy it.
Somebody knows. I mean, I even go fast. I mean, I'm handicapped. I'll tell you that. And I even go to somebody in a wheelchair or a scooter. You know, I don't care. I guess they get some Depends here or something. Maybe they need to go to the.
That is horrible.
I blame old women. I don't care. I got shit.
Not me. I'll walk through Walmart going, "Yep, I'm right here."
Yeah, but you don't. What you drink? I mean, why she's got the rot gut? I mean, I call it. She drinks the Monster coffee drinks. She drinks Dr. Pepper. Occasionally, she'll drink a Coke. I mean, no milk, and she drinks tea, sweet tea. That's it. That's her liquid intake. That's it. No water. No nothing else.
They got water and tea.
I can't say anything. I have no room to talk.
Yeah, but you get that shit gurgling with some tea, and you get a Monster energy drink in you, and
Drinks
then
energy drinks most times.
I have a backpack full of energy drinks right here next to me.
Yeah, but women's bodies are, different, like,
Yeah, they are.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got penises, they got vaginas.
Since when?
Some of you do.
Why wasn't I told this?
Oh,
See, I've been to Thailand, and that just screwed me all up, man. I don't know if that's one anymore.
With the fish.
That's where I lost all trust in humanity when I went to Thailand.
We need Galaxy Face to come
Oh
back
my
on.
goodness.
See, Jackie's not reacting to any of this because she hears it all day long from me like this.
I can imagine.
Sitting you and Gabe.
Yeah.
I didn't call
Not
Howard.
Gabe don't give you a hard time, huh, Jackie?
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
Yeah.
not Gabe.
Huh? Oh yeah, he does. He does.
He shits on Gabe. She'll go when he's in the meat cooler back there, and she'll walk in and shit it and shut the door. You did it to your manager too, didn't you?
No shame, Jackie. No shame.
I've taught this one well.
Mm-mm.
Perfect couple right here.
I'm the bitch anyway.
The shitty duo.
There you go.
Or I shit, she
I'm
farts.
the bitch with the wits.
You complement each other so well.
Now they tell me to fly off.
You need a bottle of your own fragrance.
Yeah, well, she's thunder, I'm lightning.
There you go.
But yeah, I keep telling people, and I've joked on these shows and stuff like this, and you're the same. I mean, Angela, you're mainly you're serious a lot of the times, and I know
I'm a very serious person.
you are a serious person, and I joke and all that. But when we do investigations, it's a whole different other ball game. You know, it's showing love, respect. You know, it's love and light. It's never. I don't go in there and torment spirit. You know, threaten it or whatever. It depends on what's in there. Because we did what was it? Faith Hathaway. Went to Faith Hathaway's grave. And we actually got the Willie. Willie came in. And he's still tormenting that poor woman, even in death. And I said, man, look, I'll exercise your ass. If I've got to, I'll whatever that was uncalled for with this person is doing to him. So to me, that was the biggest. You've been to Mandeville Cemetery. Faith Hathaway.
I went there with you, I think, once, right? Is that the one we went to?
Matter of fact, it's right off the lakefront. It's it's got a big gazebo in the middle of it.
I don't remember. Is that the one that was murdered and by Bogachitty? Or no?
She was murdered in Franklinton,
In the cave.
in Fricky's Caves.
Yeah, at Boca Chitty.
Yeah.
Fricky's Cave is in Boca Chitty. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Like the name sounded familiar, but I wasn't like I don't know where she's buried because I never went to her grave. I have been to where
she was
I have
murdered?
been where she was murdered, yeah.
We've tried to do a documentary on it.
Oh yeah, we actually we didn't get her. We got a dark force when we went out there. And it actually with Bridget, remember Bridget? It actually like almost pushed Bridget down those steps. Like it was like over the spirit box, like bitch, and like all kinds of curse words and like real aggressive. Like it was pretty dark. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it wasn't her. It was definitely
it was the same person. She's the same person that they did the movie Dead Man Walking with Sean Penn and
I know who you're talking about though. I remember that case. I remember that murder.
They stabbed her so many times in the neck and everything. They just about beheaded her.
Oh wow.
And they left her body out there for about a week until they found it.
Yeah. Yeah, and
that was a big thing.
They were both sentenced to death, right?
Yeah, right. They died in Angola.
I remember the story. Yeah, I remember. I investigated the spot she was murdered, not this.
They wouldn't let us bring cameras or nothing in there. They told us that you can't bring cameras in that area. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a state park.
No, I brought cameras. I brought all kinds of shit down there.
But they told us we couldn't.
Oh, well, I didn't ask permission.
Okay. Oh, we want to get permission. We don't get ran off. It's like now I got a letter.
It was actually the last 5 times I went there. It was actually closed off. Like you couldn't even go down there because they're fixing the steps because it was rotten.
Right.
So we've been here 4.5 months. We probably went like a month before we came out here.
Yeah.
Because we used to hike the trail that goes around there, like
Right.
every weekend. And yeah, they had it closed off, but we brought all kinds of stuff down there. I've filmed down there. I've done a lot down there. I've never got told nothing.
See,
But I
now
mean,
we
I don't put any publication out. Like I don't sell
No.
anything. So
And that's one of the things I had to do with Mandeville. The cemeteries in Mandeville, there's a couple of them. And we had to go. I went to City Hall, and I got a paper from the mayor's office and everything saying it's okay for me to go in after dark, because they lock the gates and everything. So I can go to the police station, get the key, open up the gates. I can go in there if it's locked or whatever, and there's no problem. But I wanted to get permission because if something goes wrong in there, then you have a lot of kids that go in and they vandalize and stuff like that.
Or people that go in there and grave rob, and
Right.
That's why they're so strict. And New Orleans is really bad. That's why they lock them all up before the sun goes down.
Yeah, I know.
And like what is it, St. Louis 2? They charge people to go in there. They completely shut St. Louis 3 down, or was it 1? One of those. I'm getting them all confused because
they got the Irish one too. They got the Irish cemetery, that big one down there. Yeah,
I don't know which one
I'm
that is.
trying to remember the name of it. Predominantly, you remember at the lakefront, if you're going on the South Shore in the lakefront, they got that big old medium that's out there. And they actually have a big statue out there where it tells where they had a lot of Irish people that went out there because they didn't want to use slaves because slaves cost money. So they hired Irish people to go out there and dig these canals. And what happened was they filled it back in. But while they were digging, all these malaria and all that stuff killed off a lot of these men. So they didn't have nowhere to go with them. So they had this I forgot the name of that freaking cemetery. I had it on. But anyway, there's a cemetery in New Orleans where it's nothing but Irish people, buried there. And then it is supposed to be very, very haunted.
Yeah, when yellow fever hit in New Orleans, a lot of the Irish immigrants that came over were struck by the yellow fever, and it was really bad with the Irish. I'm glad my Irish ancestors made it.
Are you glad that your ancestors made it? Okay. Just check. There's a couple of them you wish didn't make it. Huh? Yeah. I have to ask a couple of questions before she answers the question. Yeah,
but I don't know what cemetery you're talking about, but a lot. Yellow fever took out a lot of the Irish.
Yeah.
There was a lot of immigrants that died with the yellow fever.
It's like Marie Laveau's cemetery, her grave. They used to go in there, you draw 3 X's, you leave an offering, and she, you ask for a favor, and she would give it to you, supposedly. So they had a lot of people that would run. You can't do that no more.
Yeah, they charge you to go in there now, and they've actually dug her up and hid her body in another part of the cemetery because of people vandalizing.
There it is.
St. Patrick's Cemetery #1, Paul said.
Yeah, there it is.
I can't imagine digging up the body just because of that. But then again, I can understand.
Thank you, Paul. But yeah, it's a lot. And then if you're in New Orleans on Halloween, because this is one of our sponsors. So if you're in New Orleans around Halloween, go on to Main Street, Voodoo Authentica. They have every Halloween day, they have a voodoo fest. And it's not the music fest. This is actual voodoo. And they draw with the cornmeal, they draw all of those pictures and those designs that they do. They do a lot of readings. They perform different music and stuff like that. It's an amazing experience if you ever want to get into voodoo. And if you're there, you could be just passing through. They give you this free food and drink, all you can eat and drink. These people are very giving. So if you ever think that the voodoo religion is something mean or something that's scary, it's not. It's a beautiful religion if you think about it.
Is it true that it's a closed religion?
Hoodoo is a religion, but voodoo is
related, right? voodoo is the belief of it. Hoodoo is the actual practice of it.
And in voodoo, they usually use dark practices. Now, that doesn't mean that they're satanic, but they do use dark practices.
Right, but what comes when they do something dark is it's something. It will come back to them threefold. So they don't really. They do have some dark practitioners, but there are a lot of them don't.
Hoodoo is like a Christian religion part, and they will not do harm. But voodoo, I just, from my experience, voodoo is dark practice, and yes, they do healings and they do, but they call upon dark forces in order to do these things. Now, hoodoo is different. It's a Christian religion where they do not believe in using dark powers.
Right.
But voodoo is, they do use dark powers, and
but they use a lot of the deities that you see in Christianity figures, such as like Saint Joseph or Saint Mark. They do
voodoo?
use. Yeah. They call them different things. It's like with Papa Legba. Papa Legba got one eye closed and one eye open. See both sides of both worlds. That's my favorite deity in voodoo religion. But there is different. They use different, like I said, saints, because that's during slave times. That's all they were actually taught Christianity, and they were bringing that over from the Haitians and stuff like that. Right. So they made it part right.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are some groups saying that the voodoo religion is close practice. How do you guys feel about that? What do you guys think of there being close practices? Is that something that is common? Is that something that's real?
When you say close practice, like, that means they don't do it no more. And I definitely think that
they still practice.
Yeah, absolutely. Voodoo is still around.
Oh yeah, I know. I've seen some. So I mean, yeah, I've been to a couple of those. But no, it as closed as in for the public just to go up and just show up and watch it. Yeah, it's closed.
And it's not really like, it's not really a New Orleans thing. It's more Southern. Like with the voodoo practice, it's more of a, what would you say, like Galliano type of area, like more of a Cajun, like
Jack
more
Bay,
bayou.
Yeah, it's
more
a
bayou. Yeah.
Thibodeau. Or like,
now people in New Orleans, yeah, like they have practicers in New Orleans, but I mean, I would say it's more practiced in the bayou area, the lower southern areas.
You'd be surprised. I mean, it's not just in Louisiana either. It's all bayou areas.
Oh yeah, like I know people that practice that voodoo all over. I mean, I'm in a couple of groups and for dark magic, and a lot of people practice, and it's definitely still active.
It is a beautiful religion.
And I want to say that it was brought over from Africa. It was an African tradition brought over to New Orleans. Like in the States, it originated in New Orleans, but it came from Africa.
Right. And they brought their religion.
I don't know enough about it, but that's what I've read about it.
Right. They brought it, they basically just like that, but they were like when they brought the slaves over, you had a lot of Southern plantation owners that were Christian based, and they basically forced the religion onto the slaves. So in order for them their practices and beliefs, they actually masked it behind, like I said, different saints and stuff like that, and they gave them different names. So you had to read into which saint represents what in the hoodoo and voodoo religion.
And I think that would be more hoodoo. I think I want to say that, and I could be backwards. I could be backwards on it, but I want to say hoodoo was the Christian religion where they had the saints, and that was a Christian.
I think you're backwards on that. I think
I'm backwards on it. Okay, I might be. So hoodoo came over from Africa, and it was the dark magic then.
That's the darker magic.
Okay, then I have them backwards.
Because you don't hear too many about you don't hear too many hoodoo practitioners. You hear a lot about voodoo practitioners.
Yeah,
but not
I just think it's more popular now. Like witchcraft is so popular now. It's like the fade and or the fad. I don't know, but and I think because voodoo is a popular name, but I can't remember which is which. But I've got to go pee real quick, so give me a second.
Go pee.
I'm gonna go pee real
Bring
quick.
us, bring us
Go
put you in
away.
the bathroom. We want to see this.
Oh, you do not want to see that.
No? All right.
All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. I don't know how to remove me real quick. Remove from stream. There we go.
So what do
You know
y'all think
what?
about Miss Angela? Miss Angela's great. I mean, like I said at the beginning of the show, she was our team leader. That's when she was with she owned North Shore Paranormal Society, and then she moved off and everything. And I don't know if she gave the team to someone else or not. I don't remember if she did. I'll ask. We can ask her if you want. But yeah, she's a great person. You know, she's been in the paranormal field for quite some time. She investigated my house. She was one of the teams that we brought in.
I like her. I like her. Really straightforward. But actually, I got to get going, brother. I got to go with data. Oh, yeah, I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, yeah, I do.
No,
Yeah, I do. Watch, I can just go. Boop, gone. Disappeared. Just fucking gone.
No, you're not. You're there.
He's not here at the moment. Please leave a message after the beep.
There she is. She's back. I seen you sitting there.
All right.
That was quick.
Beep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty quick.
Who did you hand the team over to you? I was wondering.
Amy.
Amy?
Yeah.
She does-
So I asked Paul while I was over there. He said that it is voodoo. That is where Catholic. They were Catholic.
Right.
We're
That's the
Catholic.
light.
So and then they from Africa to Haiti to New Orleans.
Right.
So it is voodoo. So you were correct, Howard. I'll give you that one point.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, because I mean, you go into their shop, Voodoo Authentica. There's a lot of you can go in there and buy a lot of Haitian masks.
Yeah, but
These
they're
are
not
authentic.
sales.
Huh?
Like in New Orleans, it's,
These
such,
are the-
it's so commercial.
No, but this is I buy all my cleansing stuff from there. I mean,
How
they
about all
have
my stuff
every,
from Amazon?
but I get a discount.
You get a discount? And what
Yeah,
store do you go to?
Voodoo Authentica.
I
It's
don't-
off of
I don't think
Domain.
I've ever been there. That's the one off of like where
off of
right where
Domain.
Jackson Square is.
No, it's further down. You got to keep going past where the French market's at. You know, with the Central City Grocery and all that. Same street. I mean, if you walk down that street, that's
Mhm.
Domain.
Yeah, I know where you're
And-
talking about.
Right down the street is actually the Sultan's Palace.
It's been a minute since I've been to New Orleans.
But yeah, they're good people.
It's good.
Everybody in there is either voodoo priest or priestess that works there. And if they're not, then they're practicing, and they're studying to become a voodoo priest or priestess. Yeah.
See if you can get one of them to come on this show, and we can get all our answers. No, they've been on the show.
Oh yeah, Papa Czar
Oh, see,
had Brandy. Shimamba Brandy. She's a high up there. She's not a priestess, but she's higher than a priestess. And then you have Papa Czar. He's actually not just a voodoo priest, but he's also a vampire.
Oh.
I wish I was a vampire. Stay but
Women
10
always
years
say
ago-
that shit. Man.
But 10 years
Yeah.
ago, like stay that age
They get ladywood when they say
before gravity started pulling on me.
What?
What?
what
I feel that.
talking about?
Gravity.
Gravity. 10 years ago, gravity wasn't as mean.
That shit's a bitch now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bitch. I'll be 45 in a couple months.
I'm 54 and that pulls on
Yeah,
me.
you're
too. I
old,
mean,
man.
I'm dusty. I mean, I go take a bath and they float in the tub now. I be thinking of Stephen King. They all float down here. Yeah, that's what they do. They
Two
float.
balloons. They float. Yep.
They red too.
They
'Cause I shine them up.
You're gonna
No,
walk
I'm
out the door one day and you're just gonna be ashes in the wind.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what's gonna happen. I walk behind me now and I look behind and make sure there's no body parts that are propped off. I mean, that's seriously. I mean, it's like, oh, I'm good.
Like, do you ever like
Right.
just wake up and you're wondering how you're in so much pain?
Every
That's
day.
every day.
Like,
Every day.
like what happened? My lower back, my neck, my knees. Oh my
Mhm.
god.
People,
It happens when
people,
you have to get over 40.
people talk about retirement. I wake up tired again each day. I retire every day. I don't see what the big fucking deal is. Fuck you guys. I thought I'd be golfing more.
Came out this morning with that damn headache.
And Christy was asking that question. Was it basically founded in New Orleans? It was actually founded in the outskirts of a lot of the plantations. That's where it originated from. Like I said, you had these people that was coming from Africa, from Haitian. They were thrown here, and then of course you had the slave owners who were Christian based, so they were forcing their religion onto these, their slaves. And so in order to hide the religion, they used saints as deities for them.
But I do have to get going, Howard.
You got
I do
you
have
got to
to
go
go.
sponge. You got to go sponge.
No, I gotta go to fuck the bed.
Okay. All right. We're going to
Before
go
I
ahead
get
and
yelled at. Before I get yelled at.
Oh shit.
Well, at least if she yells at me and hits me with something, I'll be knocked the fuck out. But then I can't get into it.
I pay money to see this.
The marriage life.
It's gonna happen one of these days.
She'll come
She'll
after
sit
you.
here. No, she will.
I know she will. She already chased you down with a gun and the knife. And she just
no,
give you a
not the
look.
gun yet. Not the
She'll
gun
just
yet.
give you a look, and then that's it. And he runs. He did that one night. He didn't even go into his house because she was mad.
Fuck that.
He stayed outside. He sat outside. He wasn't even going in the house. She was going to whip his ass.
Mhm. I
Damn.
was a smart ass, kept running my mouth, and it got her upset. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to stay the fuck outside. And she goes,
I believe she could do
get
it.
your
too.
ass inside. I said, no. Wait till you go to fuck to bed. We were live,
right.
too.
All right, let's end the show. Y'all ain't got to go. Well, Matt's going to go, but stay on and we'll talk after the show. But since Matt wimp out on me, we're going to go ahead and end the show. So,
Damn right.
with that being said, thank y'all for coming on. Thank you, Angela, for coming on tonight. I hope we didn't bring you down your credibility too much.
Credibility.
Your credibility.
I had that.
Come on our show.
It's a thing now?
Come on, Paracrew. We'll help.
Don't get my ego too big. Yeah.
Well,
All right. Well, thank
All right.
you so much for having me on. I appreciate it, Howard. It was nice touching base, talking again. I mean, we used to talk like for hours all the time. It was good talking to you again. It was good meeting all of you.
Likewise.
and if y'all ever want Angela for the show or something, she has her own show. Give a shout out for your show.
And like if y'all want to be on Ghost Talk, the round table, hit me up. We'll be having discussions on paranormal things such as Ouija boards, debunking evidence, and many, many, many other topics. So if y'all ever want to be on, if you want to voice your opinion, you want to complain, you want to bitch, my show's to do it.
Complainer
All right.
bitch.
Yeah, like I
Howard, she doesn't know about my rants, does she?
No,
Okay.
you have a whole show where you rant for 30 minutes and you didn't rant at all.
The Sat Bacon's
If
rants
we got
are
on a
crazy.
tangent, fuck off with that Zach
Oh.
shit.
That's what we just said. Zach Baggins, that was enough. He didn't pull up his shirt
No,
sleeves.
fuck
He was
that.
just
I
Fuck
love
that,
Zach Baggins. I'm just joking.
The look on his face. Yes.
All right, great guys, great show. Thank you for having me on. You'll have a great night. Okay.
All right, thank y'all. And
It was
like I said,
fun.
stay on.
I'll give you that. It was fun. It was a fun night.
All right,
I'll give
guys.
you All right. Bye.
Thank y'all for coming on, and we'll see y'all next week.